Hello, welcome in. Happy Thursday. I'm so happy to be here. I'm in a very yappy mood. I have lots to talk about. Well, kind of. Not really. But like, I have a lot of things I'm very excited about. Hi, Ben. I have to fix my camera again. Surprise, surprise. There we go. Wow, first try. Oh, I forgot to turn the light on. Hold. Much better. Hello! Alexa, are you not streaming today? Do you not stream on Thursdays? I remember I was hanging around on Twitch this morning and I was like, where's Alexa? Is that lamp from Target? It is. Do you recognize it? It's the Magnolia collection. What's her name? Hi, Ben. Thank you so much. Ben, how did your coffee meetup go yesterday? With your holiday? She's off till next week? The way I'm in your Discord too, I just didn't read your schedule. And I really need to. Alexa, let me pull you a Christmas kitty sticker. This is your Christmas cat aura for the month of December. I can't believe we've known each other for half a year already. Look at you. This feels about right. This is you. I can't believe we've known each other for half a year. A lot to gossip. Can we discuss the expansive lore on dinosaurs? I mean, yeah, dude. Sure. Thank you so much, Alina. I love you. I'm writing your name down. Alexa. Look how cute you look. Look at you. It's so cute. Thank you so much. Thank you for the resub. 6 months is crazy. Wow, half a year of friendship. That's crazy. I'm so honored to know you. I love you, dude. Thank you. Now I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I have things coming in here. Who is emailing me? Who is this? Hire Ready newsletter. What is that? I'm not getting a job. I have 4. I missed my holiday sticker. Did you, 402? Did I give you one? 402, surely. 402, actually, I might have done yours offline. Wait, no, oh, yes, yep, I did yours offline. Because I was really behind for a hot minute. Gastine, you get a sticky! Here's you, 402. That's you, and I feel like that fits. He's got innocence. You know? Drew Kick, thank you for the follow. Again. How are you? It's good to see you. Gastine, let me get you a sticky. Thank you so much for the resub, dude. Cool nails. Look, I got them done 2 days ago. I got them done on Tuesday. I love them. Thank you. I'm very happy with these. They're my fave. Where's the stickers? Here they are. All right, Gastine, this is your sticker. And you know what this is? This is very fitting for you. You are the gift. You are the gift. It's you. You're the present. I never followed? So you just been like coming to my streams, but you've never followed? That's insane. I love that. Drew Kick, thank you for being a subscriber, even though you've never followed before. Congratulations on your first time following. How long have you been subbed to me? You've been subbed to me for 6 months. You know what? I love that. That shows dedication because you always know when I'm live and you're not getting the notifications because you don't follow, so that's perfect. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate that. You know what? I have streamers like that I'm like, that I was like not friends with, but like acquaintanced with, and I always would go into their stream and I realized I wasn't following them, but every time I went to go follow them, they were live and I was too embarrassed to have the notification come up. So I would just continuously put it off. Darling was one of those, Darling Dollcraft. I had been watching her for like a hot minute because when she applied to the Girly Pop SMP, Mifa, I have stuff to show you. So with Darling apologized. What? She applied to be in the Girly Pop SMP, right? And as soon as I saw her, I was like, yes, immediately, yes. Like, I love her. She's perfect. She's amazing. She'll be so perfect for it. Okay. So like, we brought her in, and I had like been watching her, and I had chatted before, okay, and been like, the Girly Pop SMP started, and I was still chatting, and then I realized I was not following her, and I was like. But then she was live, and I was like, oh, God. And I think I rated her, and I still hadn't followed her. And I was like, please ignore the fact that I'm only just following you now. I swear I have watched your streams. I have just kept, for some reason, putting off clicking follow. I don't know why. But I would like, it was one of those things where I would like type in their username to go to their channel because I wanted to watch them. I usually only follow when they're offline. Me too. I don't like following when people are live. This is the first time I've caught this stream on mobile, and it told me to follow, and I was like, what? Also, 402, thank you for the 100 biddies. That was very sweet. I have 6 people I haven't followed, and now it's been too long, and now they're just bookmarks. That's so real. That's really real. Guys, first things first. I finally went to my P.O. box. Hold your applause. I know. I finally went to my mailbox, my P.O. box. And so, thank you to Sunflowy, because I now have eyeliner. Did I put it on? No. I was just not in the mood to have eyeliner on my eyes today. Don't know why. Sometimes I'm in those moods where I'm like, I just want to look natural. And sometimes when I have eyeliner on, it makes me feel like body dysmorphia. And I'm in one of those moods. And I think it's because I'm about to get my period. And that's when I feel the ugliest. So I'm like, let me just leave my eyes normal. So thank you, Sunflowy. I got the eyeliner. I'm so excited to use it. Thank you so much. And then I have a special thing that came in the mail from Cat Scientist. So Kat sent me something. I don't care. This is my P.O. box address. I don't care. It's public information. If you keep doing this hair extension tutorial, it's just braided. And then I just stop the braid here and tie it in a ponytail. That's it. And then I just pull out the front pieces and crimp it. So I have... Yes, we're halfway to the next community-funded giveaway. We're halfway. Eee, which is so cool. So I have something. I'm going to open this from Kat, which was I was so excited to see something from Kat in my mailbox. I was like, what? So I'm going to open this from Kat. And then I have goodies that I want to unbox with you guys, which one of the things I unboxed already because I'm using it right now because I was so excited. But I think I told you all this, that Mifa Puff, our friend in chat here, can I get a / shout out for Mifa Puff, please? Because Mifa is so awesome. Mifa made a whole little mood board with like photographs of my office desk setup and basically like drew arrows and pointed to things that I could do to help it. Yeah, Kuma, my sound alerts and stuff are broken right now. I have to fix them all, and it's going to take a hot minute to fix them all. Because I like moved a bunch of things on my PC. Everything's broken, so I have to fix it. But yeah, guys, if we hit 75% funded, I'll do a hair tutorial right now. I'll undo it all and do a hair tutorial right now. Only if we hit 75%. Sorry, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, but Mifa made a whole, like, mood board for me. It was so sweet, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so I went and ordered a bunch of, like, office stuff to help me declutter my desk and my setup and make it look nicer and, like, hide my wires and everything. And I'm really excited, and it all came in today, so we're going to unbox it together. Well, all of it came in except for one thing, I think, because for some reason they sent everything in, like, different packages, but it's all supposed to come today. Let me double check. The most important things came today. Let me double check. Hi, Dirty Dan. Welcome in. Less work for me. Damn, you're smart. Someone do the math real quick. No, everything got delivered. Everything was delivered. All of it. Wait. When was this delivered? This was delivered. This was delivered. But then something else was delivered, and it might be outside right now. Or did I get it? Is it in here? No, it's in here. Okay, never mind. I'm crazy. The condition is conditioning. This is why I'm the ideas guy. Hi, Ama Liz. Welcome in. How's it going? Anonymous! Hi, Morgan. Welcome in. Anonymous, if you did not want to be anonymous, let me know who you were. If you do want to remain anonymous and you don't care about the extra entry, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you to donate $50, 50, to the community-funded gift, which brings us to 58% funded. Holy cow. Thank you so much. That's insane. That was so nice of you. If you do want to stay anonymous, but you want the credit to go to an extra entry, open a support ticket in the Discord. And just let me know that you contributed to the fund so you get that extra entry, okay? Thank you so much. If you guys would like to enter to win this as well, it's a really nice webcam for streaming, a microphone for streaming, and a stream deck. So if you're wanting to get started with streaming, or you're already a streamer and you want to upgrade your setup, I have a really nice starter setup basically ready to go for you guys right here, and it's part of our community funded giveaway. You can enter no matter if you contribute or not. It's 100% free to enter. You just do ! giveaway in chat. If you want extra entries, every single time you contribute to the fund, you get one additional entry. So, and then as soon as this gets 100% funded, we will do the giveaway roll. Like, roll the giveaway live with everybody's names on the wheel. I love my mic, and I have a knockoff Stream Deck, but I hear so many amazing things about that mic. Yeah, it's the Elgato Wave 3 microphone. It's a USB mic, and you guys know, I've said this a million times, I dog on Elgato all the time because I don't like Elgato products, but Elgato makes a good mic. That mic is really great. I've heard a lot of great things about it, and I've watched people who recommend it that aren't partners with Elgato. I always make sure that the people that are recommending it aren't partnered and aren't getting a commission. The webcam is a YOLO cam. YOLO cams are incredible. It's actually the same webcam that Planet Kenya is using now, because I actually recommended it to Kenya recently. And she, oh my God, it looks so good. Kenya just got it and set it up. And she's like, I love it so much. Because she was like, if I don't want to do a DSLR, what's the best next thing for like a webcam? And so I recommended that one. And then Stream Deck, I love my Stream Deck. It's the best thing ever. It's how I switch all my scenes. How does one donate? !throne. If you do !throne, it's the first. Actually, if you do !giveaway, click the link. Wait, click the second link at !giveaway. It's the second link. It'll take you straight to the actual fund. So, with all that being said, let me do my first and earlies today. Our first to stream today was none other than the Sydney. I don't have sound alerts, I'm so sorry. GG Sid, our early truckers today. We have Cat Scientist per usual, Brewster, Sloth Princess, Ray, and it left out the fifth person again. What the hell? And a mysterious fifth person. That's insane. Your parcel will be with you after Christmas. Okay, slay. When it delivers, let me know and I'll go get it. Also, Drew Kick, I don't think I gave you a sticker. I'm so sorry. You resubbed today at 6 months in the starting soon screen, and I missed it. I'm so sorry. Also, Brewster, I saw what you did. Thank you. I'm not going to call you out and say what it was, but thank you so much. That was very sweet of you. The fifth person was all of us. I cheated, TBH. You did. You did. Not Drew Kick. 67% funded. Thank you so much for contributing to the community gift, dude. 67. If we hit 75%, I told you guys I'll do a hair tutorial and I'll just undo my hair and redo it for you all. 402. Thank you so much for tipping the mods $40.02 or in 20 cents. That was really sweet, 402. Thank you so much for tipping the mods. Oh, we love the mods. We love the mods. Thank you so much. Venom, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Drew Kick, let me get you a sticker. Your cat aura this month is one of my favorite cat stickers. Oh, Jess. Drew Kick, this is you. It's my favorite cat sticker in the pack. Because look at him. He's beautiful. Not that, Jess. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the 2 freaking months. You get a sticky. You get a sticky. Hold on, let me just put Drew Kicks in here. And then Drew's Dinos? Drew Kick? Hair down now. I got you guys. Let me do these stickers really quick. Thank you so much for contributing another 50. Are you kidding me? We're at 75% funded. That's insane. Thank you so much. Here's your sticky. She has yet to open. Oh, Cat Scientist got me she sent me a letter. So I'm going to open it today. I haven't opened it yet. I had to. The hair is just too good to pass up. You're so sweet. I'm gonna do this side because it's the same thing on both sides, but this side's easier for me to do than this side. This side I struggle with every single time I do it. So I'm gonna leave this side in and I'll do this side for you. And then I'm gonna do a sub sticker for Jess. Thank you so much for the resub, dude. I don't know how to explain it, Jess. I know we don't know each other, okay? But I feel like based off of your name, this sticker makes sense. Look at him. He's so tiny and cute. Look. I feel like he's looking for Santa. He's just okay, camera, get a grip. Get a grip, camera, please. Oh my gosh. Darren. The Widow Presents. Darren, thank you so much for the $25 donation to the fund, which brings us to 79%. We're almost at 80. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Not that Jess. Thank you so much, dude. You are so sweet. I appreciate that. Look at you. Hi, Treble. You're so sweet. Par! Par, welcome in. I'm so sorry about the atrocities that I committed against our friend Wendy last night. Oh, guys, in case you missed it, I meant to ping the Discord and I forgot. I played Among Us with Wendy Lunar last night. She messaged me last night. I was at the rink and she goes, hey, I'm sorry this is really last minute, but do you want to play Among Us with me tonight? And I was like, yes, I do. I was like, I'm at the rink, but I will be home in time. I would love to play. And so I played with Wendy and all her friends. And I freaking got imposter, like I'm not even kidding, 7 times. And I don't think, and these are all people I've never met before. It was just, I only knew Wendy. Anonymous, what the heck? Thank you so much for the $25 donation. Again, if you did not mean to be anonymous and you want that credit so you get an extra entry in the giveaway, make sure you either attach your receipt as an image to your giveaway form or open up a ticket in the Discord and say that you contributed to the fund so I know to give you the extra entry so you get credit. Thank you so much, dude. 83%. Oh my God, you were insanely good at that game. I'm not proud of it. I feel like of all games to be good at, the game where you have to gaslight and lie to people, not really the best one to be good at, but unfortunately, we need a sit emote. Like sitting down. I have to take my rings off if I'm going to do my hair. Girly Pop Among Us when? I've been wanting to do that with everybody. At 100% today, on stream, she'll shave her armpit. I will not. I need to, though. But I will not do that on stream. Okay? I don't know how to do a French braid. I think this is a Dutch braid. You're also going to see how nasty my hair looks right now. I'm really good at lockdown and like, okay, so I'm good at pretending everything's fine while I'm beating them to death, but is that my fault? There's a clip. I feel like the only way I can explain it to you is to show you this clip that, so this person we played with, their name is Fruzy, and they were very nice, okay, very sweet. And I felt very bad because I killed him very quickly. And he clipped this and sent it last night in our little group chat that we had. And this was after I had been the imposter like 4 times already. And I'm just going to show you this clip so you can understand what I did to these poor people. Okay? I'm going to pause this music and turn on the desktop audio so you can actually hear what I did to these poor people. I felt bad. This was my first time. I've never met this person before. I felt really awful.
Bobby, don't kill me, please. Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna kill you. Why? Now no one trusts me?
No, I do trust. I do trust. It's fine. It's fine.
Hurtful.
No, I trust you. I trust you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I know. I believe you.
What? Wait, that was right there. Wait, am I stupid?
Bro.
The goal amount for your crowdfunded gift has been reached. Tilda sent via throne.com.
Hello? Thank you for completing the community funded giveaway. Two gifts. This is the first year we've ever done 2 gifts. This is my 3rd annual community funded giveaway. We do it every year around the holiday season so that we all come together to fund a really, really cool big gift, and one community member wins it, and it's really cool. I don't get any chances to win it because it's for you guys, it's not for me. And this is the first year that we have done 2. The first gift was our big gift, which was the gaming laptop that Rat King won. And now we have this, and we can do the drawing on Monday. We'll pull the winner on Monday, so that way people still get a chance to enter, but we'll pull the winner on Monday. So it's before Christmas. Pull now, please. It takes so much prep for me to do it because I have to go through and cross-check and make sure everybody's names are in there, so it takes me a hot minute to do it. That's why I want to give myself until Monday because I like to make sure I have everybody's entries. And then also I'll have a cutoff time by at Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, I am closing the form so it won't accept entries anymore. Drew Kick, are you kidding me? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for contributing and completing the freaking giveaway. What the hell, dude? Thank you so much. And you only just followed me today. You've been here for 6 months, but you only just followed me today. Look at that. That's so nice when the community comes together. Oh, I admiration. So, yeah. I admiration. Oh, hun. So, with all that being said, anyway, that's what I did to this poor individual. He said, I trust you, and I said, thank you, and then I murdered him. So anyway, let me do the hair, and show you this. Oh, and I murdered him and then reported and went, oh my God. He's dead. I played it off. I am really good at Among Us. I am not proud to say it, but I am really good at Among Us. And then I accidentally killed, this is the big betrayal that I did. Wendy invites me and says, will you play with me and my friends? And I said, oh my God, what an honor, of course. And then me and another person were both imposters. And I killed someone right in front of Wendy, and she screamed so loud and reported it. And then I went, oh my God, Wendy, are you self-reporting right now? I saw what you did. And she went, no, don't do that to me. And I was like, are you going to lie to me right now? And I said, you have a great career in voice acting. And I'm sitting there going, Mac, you're a terrible person. How could you do this to her? And it confused everybody so much that we tied. And so no one got voted out. And I was like, I saved myself so good. I'm such a bitch. I am. Why do all the games choose to do their winter events at the same time? I know. She's never going to invite you again. I was like, I know. This is the first time, the only time we've ever played games together, and I am being horrible. But what do you expect me to do? Okay, so hair tutorial, guys, on how I do this hair. I literally usually keep a couple pieces out. I usually just keep the front pieces out, and then I drag them down. So what I'm going to do is I usually take one piece out like this. Okay, can you see it okay? You're going to see my hairy pits. You're just going to have to deal with that. Do I need to zoom in? I don't know if I have the zoom in button on here. Is this an okay enough angle? Do I need to go up more for you guys? Can you see okay here? So what I do... Hi, Polly. Sir Turd of Bottom. Thank you for the follow. So I go here, and we're just going to do basically a Dutch braid. Okay? So I take my 2 fingers and split it here. So it's in 3 sections already. Okay, so now my hair is in 3 sections here. right? And I do one braid, okay? Like so. And I let go of that piece. And then I combine this piece with another little section. So I grab more hair. And then I twist this, and same thing back here. I combine this with another little section back here so it lays down more to the center of my head rather than like the side. And then same thing, I do the braid, drop this piece here. I'm gonna grab hair from the side. Let it focus, please. I'm gonna grab hair from the side. And same thing, gonna grab the middle piece, do a braid. Same thing, grabbing hair from the top. Bringing, every time I drop a piece, I'm adding more hair involved. So now I'm gonna grab this piece from before. And now this piece is alone, and I'm gonna comb more hair up into it. Hold on. Sometimes I have a lot of hair, so it's hard sometimes. I'm really grabbing a lot of hair into it, and then I'm doing the same thing, grabbing around from here. If there's hair in the back, you can't solve it. I'm gonna grab more hair from the back and add it to that little piece. And then keep going, and then from here, I'm gonna grab hair down here. I'm gonna grab one more chunk and pull that up. My arms would give out. Well, right now I'm doing it extra slow for you guys, so my arms are giving out for sure. Okay, and I'm gonna grab that. And then this last piece of hair, what I do is I just scoop whatever's left on the bottom, so all of the hair left on the bottom, and incorporate it into that piece. And then I bring it all together and I braid it a couple times down. I braid it just a couple times down, and when it gets to about here, I take my hair tie and I double it, just so it doesn't fall out as quickly. And I tie it here at the base. And then I tighten it there. Tie it at the base, just around. And then I'll just like pull it tight. And that's literally it. And so then what I do is to make it more messy, I literally just take my fingernails and pull out little pieces of hair to like kind of give me that messy look. And voila. And then I'll have a couple pieces that feel tight under here, like you're gonna get a headache, so I just take those and I pull them so it doesn't hurt my hair. And that's how I do my hair. Was that helpful, guys? Was that helpful or not helpful at all? I love your hair color. Thank you, Mifa. I do too. I love my hair color. I should love it, considering I pay a lot of money to get it done. Luminous, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, was that good enough, guys? Did that feel okay? Do you feel like you understand how to do it now? The braiding is the hardest. Your cam moved down. I know, dude. This is why I need a new tripod. I put a tripod on my Christmas list. I made like a little list of like 4 things that I sent to my mom. That I was like, hey mom, I would love, I missed it all, someone clip it. Someone go back and clip it and then post it somewhere in the health and beauty channel. What's your natural hair color? Like the color of my eyebrows, kind of. So my natural hair color is like a really ashy brown / really dirty blonde. That's it. Also, hi Noah, welcome in. Finn Lauder, thank you so much, that's so sweet. Welcome in. Not the practice, I know. It took me a long time to learn how to braid that, and even still, I don't do it that great. People can braid a lot better than me. I'm not good at starting a braid right from here. It's usually loose, 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 and then starts to look like a braid toward like the center of my head. Lizzie, thank you for the streak, the 10 stream streak. I thought you were a natural redhead, TBH, until you talked about having to go touch up your roots. That's the goal, dude. I tell my hairdresser, I'm like, I know you do a good job because everyone thinks I'm a natural redhead. And she's like, yep. She says to me, she's like, red's your color. I can't even picture you as a blonde. And I was like, yeah, I was a blonde my whole life. So that's how I do my hair. This is my cup of the day. This is one of my favorite glasses. I literally use it all the time. Shouts out Tea with Tessa, my girl. It was a glitch in the... She says to me... Wait. Who says what to you? Pits. They do be fuzzy. Shouts out. She says to me, I says. I said she says to me, I says. That doesn't even make sense. Now I have a card that I'm going to open from Cat Scientist. And it's addressed to Bobby Mack and Louise, a.k.a. my leopard gecko. And there's a little... So there's a card here. And then there's a little note here. I'm going to open the note. It says, it says, Dear Mac and Louise, I hope you get this before the holidays, or at all for that matter, as this is the card that was returned to me last summer that I tried to send you last Christmas. I got it! I wanted to say that I really appreciate all the effort you put into your streaming and that I look forward to each of your broadcasts. You're my favorite streamer, which I know I've said before, but I figure it doesn't hurt to repeat it. I think out of my 25 messages noted in my Twitch recap, at least half of them were in your channel. I was really touched that you would hang up the cards I sent you before. It meant a lot to me that given everything that's been going on this year. I still have them. They're right here. They're literally right next to me. Your 2 cards, and this will go in between them. There have been plenty of days where it felt like everything was falling apart, but getting to watch your streams pulled me back and has always brightened my day. I put the goose sticker I ordered up by my desk at work, and I just know my coworkers are jealous. I'll keep this a bit brief as I expect you've got tons of mail to read or packages to open. I hope you and your family have a happy and safe Christmas, free from both short and tall jesters, and that you have another great year of streaming. I love Cat. Cat, I love you. This is so sweet. Thank you so much. This is the card that was supposed to come to me last year. Look, it's a pop-up. And at the bottom it says, Warmest Wishes, Cat Scientist. It's a little standee. USPS is on fire. Only takes a year to get a Christmas card. So you know what happened, Polly? I had another P.O. box that got closed around the new year. And so it got sent to the old P.O. box and then got sent back to Cat. And then I never reopened one until like 6 months ago. And so then it got resent back to me. Well, and I'm going to try and straighten it up a little bit so I can put it on my tabletop. My windowsill. There we go. Cat, thank you so much. This is so sweet. I love this. I'm going to put it on my windowsill next to my other cards. I have 2 other cards on my windowsill from students. And then I'm going to hang this on my wall. Thank you so much. I love these little notes. They mean so much to me. Seriously. Where did you hang the ornament from the walkabout? Let me turn off this so you can see. I'm going to turn off chat overlay for a second, guys. It's right here. Do you see it? It's right here. So it's like dead in the middle of my tree. Happy National Wear a Plunger on Your Head Day. Real. I wonder who actually does that, is my question. That is a bad one. Let me put my rings back on. Now, I also have some goodies that I ordered for myself. My P.O. box was $190 this year for the smallest box. I think mine is about that too. They cost so much money, the P.O. boxes. But I feel like getting a big box is such a scam. Like, I feel like if you're just a normal person, a big box is such a scam because even if you get big packages, they'll just put a slip in your box saying, hey, you have a big package to pick up from us. They only send it back if you like leave it there for like a month. So it's like, it's such a scam to get a big box. Just get a little one. The only way you would ever need a huge P.O. box or like a bigger one is if you're like a really famous person and you're getting mail like every single day. Here's some things that I ordered for myself. They're technically boring things, but to me, they're not boring at all. They're very exciting. So this is brought to you by Mifa Puff. Not that Mifa bought these for me, but Mifa's the reason I bought them. Hi, Paunch. First thing is my white electrical tape, which I'm very excited for because what I'm going to do with this white electrical tape, I'm going to white electrical tape around my monitors to make my monitors look white instead of black and nasty because I don't like how they look. Because I want everything to be uniform and I'm not paying for white monitors. Hell no. That is so expensive for no reason. Buying anything in white is like so much more expensive. So anyway, I got this white electrical tape so that way I can just tape the edges very carefully and make it just look nice and pretty. Because in reality, my whole setup is white. Like my keyboard, my mouse, my microphone, my desk pad. My walls behind here are white because that's just, I live in an apartment building and they just use whatever it's called, painter's white. So it's like, you know, everything's white and having the random like dark black just everywhere with all the cables, it looks like crap. So I got my white monitor for $90 and it's a 27-inch. What kind is it? Also, my entire setup is black, but then again, I fly planes. Real. So that's my white electrical tape. I also just, with monitors, I do want to get a new monitor, like a really nice one. Like really, really nice one. Because I have two pretty crap monitors right now. And it's like just very obvious when they're crappy. You know what I mean? So I would like to get a new one because I had a really nice one and it broke and I need to figure it out. Dancing Donut, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I love your username. Starlight, thank you for the lurk as well. I appreciate that. I would say take off the frame and paint it, but the tape sounds easier. The tape is so much easier. I looked into it too, and like a lot of people said, just using electrical tape is so easy and so simple. Because then also too, if it gets like dirty, you could just take it off and put new stuff on. I love it. Thank you. You're welcome. And then the most exciting moment. Hold on. Big box. I crossed out my address, so nice try for the creeps out there. Gonna use my cute box cutter. I'm very excited about this. So, I got more of these, okay? The split sleeves for your wires, but these are in white. I have black ones, but they're black, and so it still stands out like crazy because my walls are white and it still looks freaking messy. So I'm gonna take off the black ones. I got them in white, which I didn't even realize they made them in white until I talked to Mifa, and Mifa was like, get all of this stuff in white. And I was like, that is so smart. So I got these in white, and I just got, these are just two that are 10 feet long, and you could just cut them down to size. And then I got this, which is a cable hider that sticks to your wall. So this is really for my TV, because I have a TV mounted on my wall, and I just have black wires hanging on the wall, and it looks terrible. So I'm going to take this, because my wall's white, and it bends, too, which is really nice, so I can, like, literally fully do this if I need to, and literally just hide the wires that are on my wall behind me. So I'm just going to, you know, hide them. So I'm very excited about this. This is going to be very nice. My cable management is atrocious. Mine is not actually that bad with how they're wired together. Like, the way they're organized together isn't that bad, but they look bad because all of the wires are black and it stands out against my white wall, so they're super noticeable. So I think if I wrap them all white, it'll look a lot better. It'll just clean it up. It's less noticeable. Okay, the thing I'm most excited for, I saved the best for last. Let me shove this back in here. Hold on. I gotta really wrap her up here. God, she's so wiggly and bendy. That reminds me, I held Louie last night. I got Louie new worms and roaches today. And I got Louie new roaches, and then I came home and realized he still had so many roaches left that are all alive. So now I have 3 cups of roaches, and I do not even need 2 cups. I only need 1 cup. And now I have so many roaches in my house, and I'm like, great. Without context, it sounds really bad, but I have a reptile. So, he eats roaches. Anyway, then I got this, which is what I'm most excited for, because this is going to help me the most, and I didn't even think about this as an option until Mifa suggested it to me. I'm gassing up Mifa so much right now because literally I could not figure out, my brain could not figure out how to make things look better or nicer. Sometimes I need like a third-party person to just explain it to me for me to get it right. I have a desk mount, a dual monitor desk mount. So basically, I'm going to detach my monitors from their stands and mount them on this desk mount so they are basically floating, and it removes the stand space. If you roast them right and add a lot of spices, they're not that bad. You know what, Paunch? I'm going to let this one slide. But never again. Yeah, so it's like this. It looks like this. So it clamps to your desk, and then it holds monitor 1 and monitor 2. And so it mounts to my desk. I didn't get ones that mount to the wall because I have a standing desk. So I wanted something that mounted to my desk. So, yeah. And I got it in white as well, so it doesn't stand out as much. So that's very nice. I'm also going to be getting a new tripod, and I'm going to get one that is literally just like a stick that stands up straight, because the one I have now was like this, and it just falls apart. It's so bad. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that one and I'm going to electrical tape it white so it's less noticeable. What color is the tripod? It's black right now, but they don't really make white tripods, and the white tripods they make are really crappy, and I'd rather just buy a black one that I know is going to be solid and then just tape it or paint it white to make sure it doesn't stand out as much. I've always used them for my desk. So the last one I had could hold 6 monitors. Period. Period, princess. So I'm very excited about this. Everything is in white. It's going to be so pretty. And also, it's the same brand as my desk. So I figured it was a really good idea to buy, because I didn't know that. So my moving desk is made by Vivo, right? And so my standing desk, my motorized desk. So when I saw that Vivo also made dual monitor mounts for a desk, I was like, this is perfect, because they probably make this with their specific desks in mind. So it must be very compatible. So that's why I bought it by Vivo. Are all your monitors horizontal, or do you have vertical ones? Mine are horizontal. This one that I have OBS on, I can twist it sideways to vertical, but I'd never do it. I can't. I've tried it before, and I'm like, I hate this. The monitors didn't sit all that high. The center 2 sat higher than the 4 on the side. I don't think I could ever do 6. I like having 3. I would say max of 4. But, yeah, vertical gives me PTSD. I'm afraid to ask why. I don't like vertical. It's just not for me. Long story. Okay. Good to know. So yeah, that's everything that I got into mail, and I'm very excited. And then what I'm going to end up doing in the process of all of this, one of my monitors is a giant TV, so that's at least 2 or 3, basically. Because what I do with my giant monitor on the TV, I basically split it half and half. So half of it has like other stuff that I like don't need to look at directly, but I like to have open. And then the other half is like for if I need to like Google something. You also don't fly planes. Oh, that makes sense. I forgot that you would use it for, yeah, that makes sense. I can understand that now. I just want one monitor, but it's an ultra wide. The ones that do this, Hi, Rye. Welcome in. It's good to see you again. My boyfriend has a Secret Labs desk that came with a floating mounts, and it looks so good. I love that. So here's my plan, okay? My PC case is black. I have a new PC case on my throne that I've been funding. I don't talk about it on my throne. I don't think I've ever spoken about it once because it's one of those things that I feel like is so much of like a big item that I feel uncomfortable asking people to contribute to. So it's one of those things that I kind of just like put up on throne and was like, if somebody goes on my throne and sees it there and decides they want to contribute to it, they can, but otherwise I'm not going to promote it. So it's been up there for like a year now. And we're actually, I think we've recently just hit like 50% funded on my PC case. And it's a nice like white PC case. So whenever that ends up getting funded, even if it's a year from now, that'll be cool to have too, because it'll like be like the last finishing touch of like keeping things looking like clean and consistent. So I'm excited about that too. Secret Labs is just so expensive. I know, and I don't know how I feel about their chairs. I feel like they're so stiff. And I feel like for what I need like a big squishy chair. Like this chair sucks. It's a Technosport chair, by the way. Like $300, don't get it. It sucks. It's so rough. It's like hard. And I need a new chair too. I don't like these big chairs like this. I want a smaller chair that's like squishy and comfy. I don't want like this big stiff chair that I have to stick a pillow behind me for lumbar support. Yeah, gaming chairs, ergonomic my ass. They're uncomfortable and stiff. And like the neck pillow is only a neck pillow if you're like 6'5". Like, come on. I'll trade you chairs. Mine only has 3 legs though, so just be careful. You know what, 402? I really appreciate that, but I think you deserve the chair. Mesh chair is the way to go. I've heard that too. I need to go chair shopping at some point. Hi, Steph. Welcome in. The office ergonomic ones. I've heard that. I need a different chair. I either need something mesh, like you guys just said, or something that's so cushioned and squishy that I would feel really comfortable in. I will not ever go back to the other ones. Interesting. I love my mesh chair. Tell me a man designed it without telling me a man designed it. Literally. So yeah, this is my monitor mount. I'm very excited about it. I didn't have an issue with my DX racing chair other than the fact that it was falling apart after 7 years of use. That's a comfortable chair. And the only reason I know that is because my ex-boyfriend had that chair. And it was so squishy. So squishy. I loved that chair. It was so squishy. For me, neck pillow only works if I have my hair down or just not the way. That's so real. Anna! Thank you so much for contributing to my PC case. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm a Kirk that would send you an off-white item. Wait, what is a Kirk? What does that mean? That would look dirty just to mess with the clean aesthetic. Wait, is that a height case? It is. It is a height case. Wixie has that exact PC case actually, except without the LED screen on it. The problem is they mostly have leather chairs now, and I'm not really a big fan of leather chairs. That's fair. Lurking at work. Hi, Chewy. I kind of feel like I need a leather chair. And the only reason I say that is because I spill everything. There's so much coffee stain, blood stains, everything. Oh, jerk. Typo, I see. I've edited videos for them through someone else, but still, that's so cool. Yeah, I've heard great things about their cases. I remember an old friend of mine told me to like go through all of these different types of PC cases and like pick my favorite, and that was the one I picked, and they said, you just picked the most expensive one. And I said, damn it. I said, listen, it was not my intention, but there's a lot of cool things on it, and if I were to get one, it would be that. We are... Right, yeah, definitely, of course. Of course. My chair has got arthritis, I swear, it creaks with every movement. Oh my god, Sid's chair is like that. Sid is probably here watching. Sid, if she does this, it just goes... Her chair squeaks so bad. I remember we were playing Fortnite with her and Dr. Espresso, her husband, and Dr. Espresso was talking to me, and I heard her chair squeak in the background in his mic. It was making me laugh. I need to get back to working on stuff. Should have done it 2 years ago, so I'll leave you on my computer. Have a great day, Kevin. Thanks for being here. And then way down. I will say this chair doesn't creak. There's nothing really wrong with this chair. I've had it for like 3 years and it's fine. It's just, for me who has a back injury, it's not the right option. Have you guys tried the sweet potato with butter case cheese in it? I have no idea what that is. I got what I think is a Herman Miller chair before they had a name. Found it at a thrift store for $25. Amazing. Steamed the hell out of it. It creaks, but it's so nice to sit. I feel that with the back injuries. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know what a Herman Miller chair is. Guys, it's taking everything in me to not set this up right now. I have problems where I'm like, I get really excited. Mifa has a fancy chair, but it's expensive. I was going to ask her what chair she had, actually, because I saw she had like a really nice little mesh chair, and it looked comfortable. I have a permanent back injury after getting hit by a dump truck, so trying to go up and down the stairs in my grandpa's house was a challenge. Oh my gosh, Kevin, that sounds awful. I'm so sorry. I don't have anything as severe as that. But I do have like permanent injuries. I have a herniated disc in my L5S1. Like I said, not as bad as that, I'm sure. I'm sure you have it much worse. But I did have for over a year, like chronic pain to the point where I couldn't move my neck down and I couldn't touch my knees and I couldn't put on my own shoes for over a year. And I couldn't walk up and down the stairs. It was so painful. And I got very lucky that I found a really good physical therapist who basically fixed me. And I still get really bad flare-ups every now and then, and I have to be very careful with what I lift and what I do. But I did find a good physical therapist that literally saved me from having to get surgery. I low-key want to get rid of my Secret Labs for something with a built-in footrest and more breathable since I live in the desert and my room does get toasty. Yeah, I kind of want something with a footrest too. I say that though. But I just use my poof. I have like a poof under my desk that I just rest my feet on. And I think even if I had a footrest, I'd still sit on my legs. It's just a bad habit of mine. Secondhand Herman Millers will keep you for longer than you realize. Good to know. I'm going to look those up. Let me put this on the floor so I'm not tempted to mess around with it. Guys, I also found out my downstairs neighbor has a cat. Do you want to know how I found out? So you know what's funny? Hi, Sunflowy. Welcome in. I asked for a new chair with a leg rest. My mom keeps telling me, she's like, chair. We have to find you a chair. And I'm like, I know. I just don't know. I don't know what I want. It's so hard to, I need to turn this song down just a smidge. It's so hard to like pick a chair, you know, because so many chairs are sold online and you have to, I think just the way this song is done, you just have to sit in it to know. So it's hard to buy it online. And it's hard to find a place in store where you can actually sit in it. I don't want to buy a $300 chair, put it all together, and then sit in it and go, oh, I hate it. Furniture shop in person, 100%. Like when I got my couch, my parents and I went to so many furniture stores and I was sitting on like hundreds of couches. It felt like I was just one couch to the next couch, to the next couch to the next couch because I was so picky. And then I found this couch and I was like, I like it. And then my dad was sitting in the couch the whole time we walked around. And he goes, yeah, I like this one. Bought mine for $500, didn't like it, and they wouldn't take it back. Nope. See, that's exactly what I mean. Nope. I can't do that. Absolutely not. It's not happening. Especially at IKEA and get meatballs. I will say, so this chair was like $300. I hate it. Okay. I don't like it. It's not comfortable enough for me. You can tell because I have something soft behind it and then I have a pillow here so that it like kind of feels squishier. But like it's not comfortable for like extended use, which is bad considering all I do is sit in this damn chair. The first time I actually ever used this chair, it like leans back. I was leaning back in it and I had a back spasm because of this chair. It made all of the muscles in my back spasm because of the lumbar pillow. The lumbar pillow that this chair came with, I immediately threw the lumbar pillow out. But oh man, it debilitated me for like a week. I had a really bad back spasm the next morning. It was so bad. So I don't like this chair. But I went to IKEA a couple years ago and they have like $99 like gamer chairs. And I remember sitting in them and they were mesh and they were so comfy. And I was like, damn, it's like a fraction of the price. Herniated dick. Yes. Yes, I have a herniated dick. I got a herniated dick. Hi, Mac. I am lurking. I am cooking very complicated stuff and I cannot reply, but imagine me in a kitchen on fire. Are you imagining me in a kitchen on fire? Well, it's not me right now, but it's the feeling. It's like a painting. I'm trying to involve a feeling. Do you feel it? I'm having fun making 30 pieces of samosas. Samosas? Samosas. I don't know what samosas are. Grizz, welcome in. It's so good to see you. I missed your long messages. I missed your picturesque imagery messages. I hope you're doing well. Oh, the other thing I got a desk mat. And I know what you're thinking. Mac, again? Yes. Now, for those of you that are High Sleeps, welcome in. For those of you that are members of Hefty Hannah's community, you'll know that he has a channel point redemption, right? That's called Daily Dumpster Dive, okay? And I'll explain to you in a moment. It's called Daily Dumpster Dive. And so what happens is, if you have accumulated a lot of points in, his stream, you can spend 10,000 points to throw something away that is then going to be findable in the Daily Dumpster Dive. Okay? So I, at one point in time, had a desk mat and spilled hot sauce all over it and coffee, and it was just stained. It just soaked right in, and there was just orange spots all over it, and so I had to throw it away. And then somebody in Hefty's community spent 10,000 points to throw away Mac's spicy mouse pad. So if you've ever gotten that from his dumpster dive, that's one of my mouse pads that I had, my desk mats, I should say. One of like 3 that I've had. I also had another one that I then spilled a bunch of coffee on and stained it so badly that it was disgusting and I had to throw it away because it was better to have nothing than have that. So, not the standing mats? What's a standing mat? I don't have anything under my desk if that's what you mean. I have a carpeted floor though. So yes, I got a desk mat, but this time it's a fake leather one, so it's cleanable. Okay, it's cleanable. Yes. Period. Yes, it's cleanable. So if I spill something on it, Pup, why are you so surprised? Yeah, it's a fake leather one. I literally got it for like $10. Standing mats are just padded mats to stand on that give you support. Oh, I've never heard of that before. I am going to get like a rug to put here at some point to make it look prettier in this area. But let me show it to you. This is like $10 off Amazon. And it's a rust color. I got like a rusty brown color because I thought it would look really pretty with like my setup and stuff. This is what it looks like. It also kind of matches my hair. So I also ordered that and it came today, and the first thing I did was put it on my desk because I was really excited. So I have that now. And yeah. So it will be good for me. It feels really nice to use a mouse on a mouse pad now too. I haven't had anything on my desk. It's just been mouse to wood. Because I'm very bad with mouse pads because of that reason. I've lost many to stains. I spill a lot of things. I've lost keyboards, mice to stains. Specifically coffee stains is my issue. Love the color. Thank you. I was torn between this and green. But the spicy mouse pad that's in Hefty's Dumpster Dive was green. So I was like, you know what? Let's try a different color altogether. Because the last 2 have been green. So let's just get rid of green. Let's just do orange. Especially because I have so much green behind me that I feel like this like orangey rust color brings in a lot of natural wood tones and I feel like looks nice. The hot sauce will blend right in. Exactly. And so will the coffee, you know? Yeah. I think I'd lose my marbles. I love the color. Thank you. Hi, Stepsicle. How's it going, guys? Hi, Amy. So will the peanut butter. Real. Have you tried not spilling? So I'm so glad you asked. Yes, I have. However, I'm not good at it. Now you need white and very washable coasters. Oh, coasters? I have coasters. I actually use cork coasters. So I still have the tag on the pack. They're from Home Depot. I have so many coasters. I'm a coaster girl. My coffee is sitting on a coaster right now. But I only have like cork coasters. And I think it's because my parents have just always bought cork coasters in bulk. So my coasters are Home Depot floor samples. That's actually so smart. I've been go, go, go all day. Finally had time to sit down with a Mac stream. Peach Juice, welcome in. It's good to see you. Today I was like, we're going to maybe play Minecraft, also do some organizing. I was just in such a yappy mood that I was like, I don't know how I feel about gameplay yet today. So I was like, I think I'm just going to go live in the just chatting category and play it by ear and see like what I feel. Like just go with the vibes. That's what I was feeling today. Because I also like half of me kind of wanted to do a little bit of organizing and like saying to you guys, okay, I have this. Where can I put this so that I like, is this something that I should throw away or should I keep it? You know what I mean? Are you using Meld again? Sleeps? I'm not. I really want to. It's just still not working with my PC. I don't really know why. I forgot to send them the logs last night. I have to make a note to myself to pull the logs today from yesterday's stream so I can send it to them. Because I tried it yesterday briefly, but my mom is watching. Hi, Mom, because my mom just sent me Herman Miller Mira V2 chair flex back white. So, hi, Mom. I love you. My mom just sent me Herman Miller's website. That's a pretty penny. That's a pretty penny. Holy cannoli. The white was very important. It was. That's expensive. They last. I believe it. But this one is on sale. $300 off. Important thing to note. $350 off for $549 because the original price is $899. That's more than half my rent. Oh my god. Can I ask the streamer a question? Of course, Sloth Princess. What's up? Is it more or less than 1K? Less. They're the the Ferraris of office chairs. Damn. It's actually not bad. Oh. Good investment. Oh. Does anyone know of a good wall mount mic stand or a floor mic stand? Are you opposed to a desk mount crowdfund? I have other things that are also being funded right now. You don't want a desk stand. So here's the thing. When it comes to microphone stands, you're going to end up, if it's going to be on the floor, it's not going to be mounted to the floor. It's going to be a tripod. And at that point, pretty much anything works at that point, as long as it's like flexible the way that you want it to be and it's not going to fall apart. The key is that you want to have enough movement so that if you move it around, it's not going to like create a lot of bobbling around or it's going to fall or anything like that. Another thing too is if you have a floor tripod and you're worried about knocking over your microphone, you can get a sandbag. You can buy sandbags like pretty cheap on Amazon, and you just throw the sandbag down at the base of your tripod and it'll hold it in place for you. You can also get a C stand if that's something that you're interested in. A C stand will kind of like open up with like 3 legs at the bottom, and that's when you're going to use you definitely want a sandbag on top of that, and then it comes up and you can pretty much mount anything to it depending on like what it is that you're trying to mount. So anything like that could work for you as well. It just depends on what the project is that you're going for. If it's for streaming, Like if you're talking about streaming, I highly recommend you just get a desk mount. Because you're not going to get anything that's going to really mount into the wall. But my friend has a desk mount one and it picks up everything that happens on her desk. So Sloth, I think that's her microphone. So you're going to get that no matter where the microphone is. So the key is that it depends. There's so many different types of microphones. Hold on. I have to look up the differences, like the cardioid and everything. Hold on. And the omnidirectional, and because I always mix them all up. So you have directional. So probably omnidirectional is what she has. Do you know what kind of microphone she has? You can get shock mounts for microphones. Because if you have an omnidirectional mic, that means even though I'm talking here, if I snap back here, you're going to hear it, right? Okay? So that means it's going to pick up everything. This is not necessarily omnidirectional. It also just depends on the different types of filters and things that you put on your mic. Right now I have no filters on this mic. So I just mess with the gain. So my gain is slightly lower. But so like for instance, if I pull myself here and I snap back here, you're not going to hear it as much, right? You might hear it a little bit, but you're not going to hear it as much because it's directional. So it's only going to pick up what's here. If I talk over here, you're not going to hear it as much. But if it were omnidirectional, you would hear it pretty equally around all sides. So for instance, if you have like a HyperX Quadcast mic, which is very popular amongst streamers and those starting out, you'll have, I think, 3 dials that allow you to switch between omnidirectional, cardioid, and hypercardioid or bidirectional. So it'll let you switch between omnidirectional, cardioid, and bidirectional. So a bidirectional mic is really good if you have like a podcast situation where if you have yourself, you have one microphone and you have yourself talking here and somebody talking across from you, it'll pick up what's in front and behind the mic. It won't pick up what's on the sides. If you have a cardioid mic, which is like this one, it's going to be very directional. Okay, so it's only going to pick up what's in front of it. And then omnidirectional, it'll pick up everything, okay? You asked the best person. This is not necessarily a streamer question. This is kind of like an audio professional question. And I'm not the most audio professional, but I know the basics because I have to for filmmaking. So I know a lot about like the different types of microphone and what their uses are. So it's more likely that your friend's issue is their microphone, not the stand that it's on. Hi, Gliz. Welcome in. Can you do a Streaming 101 masterclass? I'd pay for that. You know what's funny, Anna, is I've been thinking about doing like Patreon classes for like video editing and things. That's something that has been like in the works for me. She might have a podcast one. Can you ask what mic she has? Because what I recommend for streaming is a low profile mic arm that mounts to your desk. That's what I have. I have a desk mount. I have the Elgato low profile mic arm, which I genuinely really love because it's out of the way. A lot of times these boom mics get really in your shot or they get really rusty and they squeak really bad, like these ones that you buy off Amazon. And so every time you move it, you just hear, you know, and it's not great. So I like the low profile mic arms. Those are really great for streaming. Also too, like if you have more of an omnidirectional mic and it doesn't need to be right in front of your mouth, you can kind of move it to the side. You'll see a lot of times too, some streamers have it like this, depending on the mic. A lot of Shure microphones are like this because of like how it's set up. I personally, this would make me so murderous if I had the mic like this. Yeah, like 402 does this. I don't like having a mic in my vision here. It takes up space. I don't like having it in my vision, my line of sight. I like having it dead on in front of me here. I also just personally think that by having it right in front of you, hold on, I also think that by having it right in front of your mouth, you get the highest quality audio that you will get having it right here. So it blocks 90% of my primary monitor. Yeah, I feel like it does that for most people and nobody is telling the truth about it. I would totally watch a streamer 101. I want to stream, but I get so lost on what to get and stuff to set up. I need a new mic arm. Yeah, Sid, you need a new mic arm. We've been talking about this for a hot minute with you. This is also why I chose low profile, because also what it is I'll actually show you. The mic is actually right now, it's clamped to the side of my desk over here. So it comes across this way. Some people have it in front of them. Again, that pisses me off a lot because when I'm not streaming, I like to push my mic out of the way up against the wall. So I have it across here, and it actually, since it's low profile, it's not in the way of my monitor, and my arm slides right under it, and it doesn't get in the way. So I'll show you. Do you see what I mean? See how my arm's right under it? And it doesn't get in the way? Because it's right under it. So my last mic arm was very in the way, and like would literally like be on top of my wrist here, or I'd have to go over it, and it was so bad. Whereas this, I can place it however I want. So I like it this way. Now I have to fix my tripod again. Yeah. Ah! This is why I need a new tripod, y'all. Take a shot every time I say that. Good enough, I guess. The issue is that when I take the tripod and do something normal with it, like move it, it just randomly goes, it weakens. It's like, it just slides around. We're at 4 shots. I have low profile as well, and when I'm not using it, I push it under the monitors. Yeah, I just push mine to the side, and it just sits at the side of my desk, and it's so out of the way. It's amazing. What does it do again? I was going to get the Elgato one in blue, but the Fifine one was like $40. And you know what? I bet it works just as well. The only reason I bought the Elgato one is because I had bought a cheaper mic arm before that, and it broke so quickly. Not even broke, but like, yeah, no, it kind of broke. Like, it was started doing what my tripod's doing, where all of a sudden it wouldn't hold up the weight anymore, and it would just dip forward, and it would squeak. And I had to WD-40 it all the time. But I don't know anything about the mic arms that do that, because I only have experience with the DSLR tripods that do that. Hi, Barbecue Dip. Welcome in. Evening. I'm excited for my monitor mounts. But yeah, that's my honest opinion on the microphone setup. I think that if you have a tripod on the floor for your mic, anything that she does on the floor, moving her feet around, if she kicks something on the floor, it's going to vibrate and come up and make sound here. So that's also going to cause an issue. When it's mounted on the wall, one, you have to like install that. It's going to be so difficult for you to install that. So I don't necessarily recommend that either. I think the best way to do it is just have it on the desk, and you know, it's always going to pick up some sort of sound around you. There's no way to make it 100% perfect without like having an insane setup, you know? So I also don't recommend spending hundreds of dollars on a setup, especially if you're newer to streaming. For example, when I first started streaming, I was using a MacBook Pro laptop with the built-in mic and the built-in webcam, and that's all I used. And I got affiliate doing that. I hit my first 100 followers doing that. I didn't have a setup or anything. Like, I got my Rhodes for like $80 3 years ago, and it's as good as when I got them for an arm. I still stream on my phone, and I'm trying to get a better setup. Brianna, yeah, I streamed on my iPhone too. You can stream from an echo chamber. It's true, you could. Whenever I get around to upgrading my mic, I might look into a low profile mic arm too. Yeah, absolutely. I think too, like when you first start out, I told myself that I wasn't going to buy myself a microphone until I hit 100 followers and knew that I liked streaming. That was like my mental thing that I told myself. and then I hit 100 followers within like a week and really, really liked streaming. So I bought myself the HyperX Quadcast mic, which I honestly, everyone really loves it and says it's such a great starter mic, but I don't know if like everybody's lying to each other or what, but like I really think that's such a bad microphone. I don't know if it's because I have like audio experience in the field of filmmaking, or maybe I'm a snob, but like I really don't like that microphone. That's what I have right now. It's an okay mic. Yeah, like I don't like that microphone. And like I had a lot of issues with it, and it would pop a lot, and it had a lot of issues, and it literally just crapped out on its own after having it only for a year. And like the gain controls are not great. I think it makes people's voices sound really harsh. You pop your P's a lot. Your S's sound really harsh. Like it's just not a great mic. You need to like do a lot to it to make it sound good. And I think for the amount that it costs, you shouldn't have to do that much to it to make it sound good. It sounds like you had a bad mic. Okay, so people keep telling me that, but I just don't think so, because it sounds like that for everybody else that I watch that has one too. So maybe I'm a snob, and it's okay if we disagree on that. But like that's just my genuine opinion, and you can take it with a grain of salt. Like nobody has to listen to what I say. It's just my opinion that I think like some microphones that are USB mics are really finicky, and I think sometimes a lot of like the industry standards for streaming should be held to a higher standard. That's my honest opinion. So like I said, I'll give credit where credit's due. Like the Elgato Wave 3, I think that's a good microphone. And I think it's arguably better than the HyperX Quadcast. Spicy Cat, welcome in. How's it going? Everyone I've known has the HyperX Quadcast. People never rewatch or listen to their streams. Wait, everyone I've known that has that, people never rewatch or listen to their streams. Mine just sounded so harsh, even when it didn't have issues with it. Like I go back and listen to myself compared to how I listen to myself now, and I just sound harsh. So I'm not a big fan of it. I think I got the Elgato 3, and it's probably the only USB mic I'd use. I agree, Brewster. I really do agree with that. Like, I think it's a great USB mic, and it's so much better than the HyperX Quadcast, and I think they're kind of like the same price point, and that's why I get frustrated, because I'm not saying that if you use the HyperX Quadcast mic that, like, you bought a bad mic, what's wrong with you? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the company should do better by their customers, because everybody's buying it from word of mouth. And I think we need to hold a lot of these companies at a higher industry standard, you know, and say, hey, this product you're selling for a lot of money, and it really should be a little higher quality if you're going to sell it for that high of a money, especially if you're going to market it toward beginners. That's just my genuine opinion on that, which maybe is a hot take, and that's totally fine. Like, everyone's different. Everyone has different preferences. But I think just based on me, like I just prefer, it sounds tinny. That's the word I'm looking for. It's very tinny, which makes sense because it's a metal. It's like if I took this off, you know, like it's all metal. It's very tinny. So I'm not a big fan. The problem with XLR for someone getting into streaming is you gotta then get the interface, the preamp, the preamp and an amp, or at least look at through all of it. So yes, so there are setups where all of that's built in. So mine's all built in, which is really nice. So I think that with XLR microphones, I don't think that should be purchased by somebody who's just starting out streaming. Now, I do think if you're just starting out streaming, but you're also somebody that's very passionate about voice acting or very passionate about podcasting, I think you should get an XLR microphone, not because you want to start your streaming career, but because you're going to start maybe recording like reels, like demo reels and stuff. I think stuff like that you should have an XLR mic for. But yeah, mine has like all of that stuff built in. Same with my XLR cable, like all of the preamp and everything. It was just all completely built in. It was really nice. And my setup, I really love, and I'm gonna gas it up, okay, guys? I have the standard SD1, okay? Universal Audio SD1 mic with a Volt 1 audio interface, and it comes in a bundle. So for two of these things combined, I got it in a bundle and paid just about I paid under $300 for it, which is insane, because if you buy this exact same setup from Shure, you're gonna pay like upwards of $400, because the Shure microphones, they're great. They're great. But this is the same quality as a Shure microphone. The reason Shure microphones are expensive is because they broke out into the streamer space. So streamers are now now audio professionals are not the only people using Shure microphones. It's not just musicians, it's not just podcasters, it's now streamers. And because they have this huge new market that they've broken out into, the cost of their microphones have grown, went up exponentially in the last 5 years. If you look at it, the prices have skyrocketed. And this is the same exact quality, but Universal Audio is not marketing to streamers. They're marketing to audio professionals, musicians, podcasters, if that. It's mostly musicians. So the cost is lower. It's very interesting how all of that works. So yeah, do your research. It's very important. I had an audio engineer set up with me and recommended Universal Audio to me because he was like, if you go with UAD, it's cheaper. It's the same quality as Shure, but Shure is basically price gouging itself because streamers have broken into the audio space with Shure, and now Shure is being sponsored by or sponsoring Twitch streamers and things of that nature, and because of that, their prices have gone up. Are you Shure? Of course. And I like Shure. Their microphones are great. Their headsets are great. Their earbuds and everything are great. Their monitoring systems, they're awesome. They're just really expensive, so it's not feasible for somebody who has a tight budget, which is why I love Universal Audio. Yeah, the demand has went up, and it's just because of popularity things. So it's kind of like the same thing that kind of happened with Elgato. And so I do worry that over the years that Shure will get less and less quality, but hopefully they keep up the standard. Even with Shure, there are mics that are just as good, but not the SM7B. The SM7, ask anybody, what mic do I get? SM7B. Every person, hands down. What do you use? I'm using an SM7B. My dad is one of those people. My dad. I love my father. My dad is a hobbyist. I feel like every year he gets into a new hobby. Now he's really into podcasting. My dad wants to start a podcast. He bought himself a whole mixer and Shure microphones so that he could start a podcast. And I'm like, Dad, I love you. But I'm also like, because their neighbors across the street are musicians. So he recommended microphones to him. And my dad was like, you know what? I'm going to buy, for him, it's a toy. He's like, I'm going to play with it. It'll be fun. I can't wait to listen to the first episode. Good for him. He's so funny. It's a good mic, don't get me wrong, but it's not worth the price. Exactly. And you know why it's expensive? Because everyone keeps saying, get the SM7B, because it's standard. It's exactly what everybody needs. It's good for everything. So people from all different industries are using it, and it's word of mouth. The demand is higher, so they're raising the prices. So with that being said, Universal Audio SD1 with the Volt 1 interface bundle. You also get so many free audio plugins, and you get Ableton for free when you buy all of this, which is a very expensive audio software, okay? If you don't know. You get all of these really expensive plugins for free. So you don't have to buy all of these plugins, these fancy plugins. It just comes for free. So it's, in my opinion, it's a steal. Ableton is my DAW of choice. Supply and demand. When I was a child, I remember I was taking a history class and we started learning about supply and demand, and my dad wanted to shoot himself trying to explain supply and demand to me because my teeny tiny little brain could not wrap my brain around supply and demand. I never understood it. I always got it backwards. I still can't. Me either, because I'm like, okay, if the supply is down, if the demand is up, you would think the price goes up. Is that correct? If the demand is up, the price goes up, right? Or if the supply is down, the price goes up, right? And if the demand is down, the price goes down. Is that correct? I used to get it all backwards when I was a kid. Less things, people will pay more. Yeah, I used to fuck it up when I was a child. Supply is down when demand is up. Would you still recommend the same mics for somebody who would stream with somebody else, also gaming in the same room? Just realized I share a gaming room with my boyfriend. I think you would definitely want a cardioid mic. So a mic that is directionally only going to pick up what is in front of it if you have somebody else in the room with you. And then what you're going to do is turn the gain down and push it closer to your mouth. So I can turn the gain down, push it really close to my mouth, And then if somebody walks in the door over there, you might hear a little bit of it, but you're not going to hear a lot of it. You'll want a cardioid mic or a quiet boyfriend, or both would be good. But Sid is a great example of that. Sid shares a gaming room with her husband. Like, their desks are connected, and so his desk is on the other side of hers. Turn on "We Can Hear You Pee" mode. Me writing my microeconomics final right now. I work with my gain. You bump your gain really high though, right? Spress is quiet. Spress is very quiet. Spress is well. Yeah, he's quiet. Yeah, he's quiet. You make your mic hear everything. I bump it so low when we share the office. No. I mean when you're streaming though, right? It's up. He's not loud at all, but our keyboards are. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Either that or honestly, just switch out your switches. So you switch out his switches so they're quiet and not as mechanical. There's also a lot of software you can use to make less than great mics sound okay. Absolutely. There's built-in filters that you can download as plugins that you don't have to pay money for. And it's going to do these things like they have like suppression that I can put on this microphone right now. I'll actually do it for you as an example. I never use the filters because I don't like the way they make me sound. But let's say, for instance, I'm going to go into filters here. Oh, wait, I have filters on here. Do I? Huh. I have 3 filters on here. I forgot. I have upward compressor, and 3-band equalizer. But I only messed with them a teeny tiny bit, I think. I've been telling you. I didn't realize that I had filters on here. I forgot I did that one day. Because it sounds different on Meld. It does sound different on Meld. And you told me no. You know why? It's because I forgot I did this. I must have done this like a year ago. But let's, for instance, if I turn these off, does that sound different? I don't know if I turned them off or not. Did I just turn them off? Does that sound different? I should monitor myself so I can listen. Let me monitor myself. Tin can. Hold on, let me see. Advanced audio properties. I'm going to monitor myself so I can hear it. Monitor and output. Test. Oh, I did the wrong one. Oopsies. I monitor and output the wrong thing. Test. Hello. Girl, get out of the tin can. Okay, so now ready? I'm going to turn the 3-band equalizer on. Test. It's slightly different. Now compressor's going on. Test. Slightly different. Upward compressor is going on. Test. There you go. That's where it all comes from. So these are built-in filters that are with OBS. Yeah, the upward compressor makes a big difference. Yes, because what I did with this one, I lowered the attack on it. So ready? If I up the attack, it's going to make me sound slightly quieter. Whereas if I lower it back to 7, it makes the slightest difference. But when it's higher, I don't like the way it makes my voice sound, right? So there's also, you have release here. It's going to make me sound louder. Output gain. Do you hear all that? Okay, so I turn the output gain down. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's why I was trying to whisper. Sorry. There's also something called knee width. I've never messed with the knee width. I think usually the only thing I did with this is mess with the release, the attack, the threshold, and the ratio. I kept everything else the same. Compressor, I keep wanting to say compression. Compressor, I messed with everything, pretty much. Except for, no, the gain I also lowered too. The equalizer, I just mess with the levels a little bit. So like if I turn that off, you can kind of hear how now, like my voice doesn't sound as even almost. If that makes sense? Whereas now it's on, okay? So it's like, it almost like puts me back together, you know? So that's why audio plugins can be so useful and very, very important to have. Okay, I need to stop listening to myself now. Bok! Snapped me out of my lock-in. I'm so sorry. Hi, Pernille. Welcome in. How's it going? I love talking about audio and video and everything. I get so excited whenever somebody reaches out to me and they're like, Mac, can I ask you a question about lighting? I'm like, oh my God. I'm throbbing. Like I'm very excited to answer questions about lighting. I love talking about audio. My friend hates it. I also love talking about audio. I'm also still like, I'm always learning as I do these things. Like I said, I know the basics of audio. Okay. I know the basics. Okay. I don't know everything. I would say I have a very, very low beginner knowledge of audio, and it's like the bare minimum. What universal audio mic would you recommend for somebody who shares space with another person? My husband and I play games in the same room, and our friends can always hear each other. Like I said, you want something that's going to be a cardioid mic, so it's going to be facing at you. I'm pretty sure mine is like that. Because, like, watch. So, ready? I'm going to leave my mic on the setting that it's at, and I'm going to keep talking at this level, but I'm going to walk across the room. So, I'll do this so you can see, actually. Okay? I'm going to go walk over there so you guys can see. My mic is going to be pointing in the same direction as if somebody's sitting here streaming, and I'm still going to keep talking, and I'm talking, and I'm talking, and I'm talking, but I'm walking away, and I'm still talking at the same pace. I'm not going to run into this couch, and I'm still going to talk over here, and you shouldn't be able to hear me as much, but now I'm all the way by the door, and you should be able to hear me maybe a little bit, but I'm still talking at the same amount of loudness, and it shouldn't be as bad as you would think. And now if I turn my head completely and I'm facing this way, I'm talking toward the door, so now if I'm like at a computer and it's over here, you're not going to hear me talking as loudly. And now I'm going to start coming back this way. Hello. Do you like my grandma chair? I love that little chair. I thrifted it for like, speak up, I'm deaf. Could you not hear me that well? Because if that's the case, then I think I just made my point. You couldn't hear me? Perfect. Get this microphone. Because I also have, my gain is like lower, but I have it bumped 12 extra decibels on OBS so you guys can hear me better. Your chair looks cozy. That one over there? It's tiny too. 4up Moo. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. You proved your point. There you go. That's all I wanted to do, guys. It's tiny? Yeah. Like, if you saw a 6-foot tall man sit in that little chair in the corner, he would look so... I watched my dad sit in that. My dad's 5'10", and he looked ridiculous in it because the chair is really small. I'll sit in it, but that's not really going to be helpful. It's meant for someone my size, okay? I'm 5'1". It's a tiny chair. I'll stand next to it so you can see. Her talking to us while we couldn't hear has me cackling. Perfect! I was talking at the same level as I am now. So... Ready? I'll show you my chair. You think this chair looks big? This guy? I'm going to move my mic in this direction. Oh, but it's going to focus on it. Well, if I stand over there, maybe. All right, let's see. It's tiny. It's a little chair. It's small. Like, it's really small. It's small for me, but that's why I like it, because it's like I can just cozy up in it. But that's why I love that chair so much, because when I saw it, it was actually a set of 2, and I wanted both of them, but the other one looked like shit. It was just like kind of falling apart, and I didn't have room for 2. But yeah, there's also a little skirt attached to the bottom of it that I do want to cut off at that time. It changed the perspective, yeah. When you're actually in the house, it's a really small chair. Streamer has legs. It looked like something that would be in my pediatric psychiatry office. If I went to a psychiatry office and that was the chair I sat in, I would tell all my secrets. It's so comfortable. You guys like my house? I sent Mifa pictures of my living room. I wish I could show you this side of my living room, but I can't. I don't know how else to show you. I would have to pull up my camera. I have a picture. I'll show you how I decorated my living room because I love how it looks. Sorry. From talking so much at the rink. I've been yelling so much at the rink and it's cold. I love the pictures on the wall. Thank you. But this is the whole reason I need to fix this setup, because you guys don't know what this looks like around me. Behind me is cute, but around me, what I'm looking at is a monstrosity. And it's an eyesore. Like when you walk in, you see my beautiful living room. It's like cute, it's eclectic, it's like granny chic, okay? It's vintage. And then you see this corner and it's like, ew. Tech stuff is rarely nice, I know, and I just need to like clean it up. That's why I got all that stuff. Let me show you my living room. Here, I have a picture right here. Oops. Where did it go? These are all the pictures I sent Mifa. Here we go. This is what my living room looks like. See, it's like nice and cozy. I got the pictures on the wall. I got my little table there, okay? Now, this is what my stream setup looks like next to my living room. It's like, and all of a sudden, I hear this agitating, grating voice. And then you just see this whole stream setup in the corner that looks disgusting. I'm turning the brightness down so you can see it. And all of a sudden, I hear this agitating, can you focus on the camera? Grating voice. It's so ugly. So that's one of the things I need to work on. That's what I'm currently working on, thanks to Mifa. So, this is an official Mifa fan account, just so you know, guys. This is a Mifa Puff fan account. From here on out. From here on out. This is a Mifa fan account. So I just have a lot of stuff here that I need to get rid of. Your living room looks so cozy. I could totally see that as a place you just feel comfortable and at peace. Yeah, I love my living room. Hi, Steffi Ann. Welcome in. How's it going? The worst part about that photo you posted in Girly Pop Disco was how it outed how many glasses and mugs I had on my desk. That's the one thing that I've been so good with lately. Guess how many glasses I have on my desk right now. Go on, guess. Guess, guys. Novin, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. 2. Correct. Correct. My coffee that is currently being drank, and my water that is currently being drunk. Nothing else. Guess how many dishes I have in the sink. Go on, guess. Guess how many dishes I have in the sink. Guess. 0. None. 0. I love straws. So I have this weird thing where if I'm not drinking with a straw, I won't drink. I don't know why. 0. You can't drink water and coffee at the same time. I do, though. I do. I've been so good at getting my shit together and not like having a huge mess on my desk. I have a specific, so you guys know the Finch app? The Finch app that we all like to use of the little bird where you keep a to-do list. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. I have like a 28-day streak. My Finch app. I have a goal that I do with Sydney. We combined it and it's called Declutter My Workspace. And so it keeps us on task. So we declutter all this shit around us so I don't have any stuff laying around. I haven't used Finch in months. I hadn't used it in like a year and I finally came back to it. And I'm really happy I did, honestly. Oh, I didn't mark off brush my teeth, wash my face. I did that. I washed my face. Oh, Omelet's going on an adventure. I brushed my teeth. I brushed my hair. I also walked for 20 minutes. I need this app, Dancing Donut. It's an amazing app. We have, if you guys are subscribers to the Twitch channel, if you subscribe on Twitch, you get access to a special Discord channel that is like just unlocked for subscribers. And we have a Finch channel in there. So for all of us that are like subbed to the channel, it's like a little sub perk that we all get to like add each other on Finch and talk about our Finch things and add people. So I'm friends with all of the subs, all the Mack Truck subs. And so we're all friends here. So look, my friends list, it's all of you guys in the sub channel. Oh, much. Dun 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 dun. What email is this sent to? Oh, thank you so much for the 3 months. You get a sticky. You get a sticky. Oh, no wonder this is the wrong email. Thank you so much for the 3 months, dude. You also get access to the Finch channel if you would like to create a Finch account. I decided to make that a sub perk because I thought that would be cute. Because the sub perks, I felt like there weren't enough. Yes, your Twitch has to be linked to Discord. No. They're increasing my rent. I need to ask Danny if they just did that to him. The thing is, it's not even by that much. So I'm like, why even increase it at all? Because it's not even by that much. I was wondering why I just got a... It's usually a percentage. Well, it went up from... It was like $19.95 a month, and now it's $2,075 a month. Ours goes up every year. Why did they even... So it went up by $80. Why, dude? I can barely afford the rent as it is. And it's not like they're adding anything to this. I live in like a 700 square foot apartment. A 1-bedroom, 700 square foot apartment for over $2,000 now. With no utilities included, by the way. And I have to pay for laundry. The only utility included is water, but it doesn't matter because I have to pay for laundry. $3 a load every single time. And $3 every time I have to use the dryer. I'm asking Danny if his rent got increased because he's in the building across. He said last year they raised his by like 80, but he didn't check this year. If they raised his last year by 80 and our rent is the same, that means every year they're going to raise it by $80. The worst part is that I don't even have a landlord. It's like a company that owns my... So it's like, it's not even like it's a landlord that like needs money or whatever. It's a company. It's a company that owns complexes everywhere. And I'm like, this sucks. Because as soon as I just got a notice saying renewal notice, I was like, in December when my lease is up in April... I was like, oh, don't tell me they're increasing my rent. My rent is increased next month and it's so annoying. It's so unaffordable. Like, the amount that I'm paying, you would think would get me a 2-bedroom. But I have a 1-bedroom with no in-unit laundry. And I have to not only not have no in-unit laundry, I also have to go outside and pay $3 a load and pay for the dryer $3 a load. Do you plan on moving when your lease is up? There's nowhere to move to. I'm getting a 10% increase. I feel like that should not be allowed. Like, I feel like there should be restrictions. When I rented mine, increased from $1,880 to $2,600. Well, that's the reason I moved out of my last house, too. Do you remember where I used to live? Remember, guys, I told you that I had to move because my landlord told me her boyfriend was moving in and she wasn't going to be leasing it out anymore. And then a month before my lease was up, she told me that actually she was leasing it up. She was releasing it out and she upped the rent like $700. And I was like, you literally lied to me so that I would have to move out and then increase the rent by $700. That's crazy. And then withheld $2,000 of my security deposit from me. She only gave me back. She withheld $2,000 of my security from me, which is over half, by the way. I was owed $37.50. She gave me $17.50. So I'm working on that. I had 2 landlords try to increase my rent from $1,550 to $2,250 and $1,850 to $2,500. Genuinely laughed in their faces both times. And you moved out, right? Dude, 402, I keep seeing these videos of these rent-controlled areas in Hoboken that are like $900 a month, $750 a month. And I'm like, how? And they went unrented for months. Yeah. The worst part is, though, is that the amount that they upped it to is probably the cheapest you'll find in this area. That's the worst part. That's why I'm like, I have to just accept it because if I tried to move right now, there's no shot I would find anything cheaper or anything available that's cheaper. Shout out to Mom Donnie for freezing rent and rent control. Wait, what does that mean? Freezing rent and rent control. What does that mean? Sorry, I don't actually know what these things mean. I need somebody to like break it down for me because I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Up here in Canada, you'll pay $3,000 a month for a space your size. Oh, no, Yuri, you'll do that here too. That's very common here. Isn't Mom Donnie New York? Yeah, he is in New York. It means no increases in rent, so that's good. Yeah, he's also New York City, so that's only like one little allocated area. Good for renters, not great for landlords. Well, I don't care about the landlords, to be honest with you. I wish he was all of New York. Can he come to New Jersey? Can he control my rent? I'm gonna ask him to cross the border into my state. New York City is just pricey in general, right? Yeah. New York City, you'll get a 500 square foot apartment for $2,500 a month. Does anyone care about the landlords? I don't. Just annex North Jersey and give South Jersey, Staten Island. Everyone will be happy. That's so funny. New York in general is expensive. Yeah, just this whole tri-state area is very expensive. When I lived in Oregon, there was an $1,100 rent cap on my studio apartment. Every day I wish I would have stayed there. That's so nice. I can't imagine I've never seen rent that cheap before. Ever. The only time I've ever seen rent close to being that cheap is in a really high crime area that as a young woman living by myself, I would not feel comfortable living in at all by myself. At the house that my parents rented, the bathroom was literally caving in and we had our landlord come and completely fix the bathroom and then gave my parents a month notice to get out. Ow! Ow! I love that. Hi, honey. My wife has entered the chat. My wife. Hi, Raiders. Welcome in. Oh, we're talking about mother. Hi, Raiders. Hello, hello. Hi, honey. How was your stream? What were you doing today? I have literally been in such like a yappy mood today that I was like, I don't know what to do. So I just went into the just chatting category because I was like, maybe we'll play Minecraft, but maybe we'll just talk organization and stuff like that because I got a bunch of new organization stuff. Did some co-working, then Minecraft, Cobblemon. I love that. I hope you're having fun, dude. Thank you so much for bringing the buddies over. I hope you had a fun stream. Also, if you have to run, please go take care of yourself, do your post-stream self-care, get some food, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for bringing the buddies over. If you guys are new here, my name is Bobby Mac. You can call me Bobby. You can call me Mac. Either's fine. I go by she, her pronouns. I play a lot of Minecraft over here. I'm also one of the co-owners of the Girly Pop SMP. And yeah, I also like to play like a variety of simulation games and all that good stuff. So yeah, thank you so much for bringing the buddies over. I appreciate you. We're also talking about rent right now because I just got a notice that my rent is being increased. Yay. So, let's see what Danny said. I didn't get any email or see anything on the website, but around now is when they send notices increasing rent if they are. I got my notice early January and then didn't notice until I had to sign. What organization stuff did you get? My favorite question. First things first. So ask Danny where he at. He's across. He's home. I've been stalking him. I have not. Danny, if you're here, I have not been stalking you. But I have noticed he's been home the last couple days, and I'm like, oh my God, is he sick or is he working from home? Because our windows face each other, and so I know when he's home and when he's not. Awful timing for the increase as everyone is broke because of the holiday season. Well, so the increase is only going into effect when I sign my lease for the new year. So I will say this is super respectful because my lease doesn't change over until April. So they're giving me a lot of notice. Like a lot of notice. So they give you enough notice that if you decide you don't want to pay that, you can look for homes, which is really nice because some people only give you like 60 days, 30 days, if that. So yeah, to get 3 months, I feel like is pretty nice. Your hairstyle is so cute. Thank you, Jibby. Welcome in. That's a huge notice in case you can't stay there. It's super nice. Yeah, I really love where I live because the people in the office are so kind and everyone around here is so kind and it's quiet and it's really nice. So, and they take care of things. Like when my fridge broke, the people came like the next day and they came in and they changed out all my air filters for me. It was really nice. And I feel safe here. I really like it. It's close to everything. So I like living here. I am glad, though, that the rent increase it's not super bad. It sucks, though. A landlord that actually does things. So it's not even a landlord, and I think that's why it works. It's a company. It's a private company that owns all of these complexes, and then they basically hire people to be like property managers and superintendents and stuff like that. And then those are the people that help me. So... Unically, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Or is it Unically? Thank you for the follow. I'm so sorry I said that probably really wrong, but welcome in. It's nice to meet you. No, Pup, I'm going to read your message in 2 seconds. I just need to chapstick my mouth. Can you tell I've been anxious and overwhelmed by how much my lips are chewed up? You usually can't tell as much on stream because I cover it with this. I just color over it. See? Now you don't know. And then they do it because it is required. What, the work or the rent increase? Got another KC song for Mac, but it's on Twitter. I can't see it on Twitter. I think at least in Washington, where there's different amounts of advance notice, they legally have to give usually they legally have to give you at least like 60 days. So the fact that they gave like 3 months is nice because I'm pretty sure it's 60 days in New Jersey. Every state's different. I'm reading Pup's message. Insanely simplifying for one message. Rent control cap is a temp band-aid, not a fix. Abundance mindset is to cut back on regulations and zoning to build more, lowering prices. Others see control cap as hurting future economics. Either way, the constant pumping of housing as investment will lead to pain for anybody who wasn't alive when it was cheap. Lowering prices to fuck old people, those who vote and donate the most. It's interesting because there has been so much zoning going on at least in New Jersey. Like, you can't swing a bat without hitting some huge new apartment complex going up, and I hate it. I hate it so much because it's overpopulating the area, and they're not even that, they're ugly. They're ugly, and because of that, it's raising prices of everything. It's terrible. Diana, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I have exciting news. I'm sad. Tell me. We should have bought houses at the age of 6. I'll never forgive myself. What was I doing? Twiddling my thumbs, watching Sonic the Hedgehog at 7 a.m. on Saturdays? I should have been working. I should have been investing. But no, I was building a couch for watching Sonic. I just made my Finch account. Let's go. Sit emote. Hey, we have the frog. That's like a sit emote. Lilia, thank you for the follow. Danny just texted me saying, they're probably going to give me a big hit out of spite because I got to file a complaint about my new neighbor. His new neighbor sucks. She's been like harassing him. My new neighbor downstairs, I love her. She moved in. I feel really bad because I feel like I'm loud because like I talk really loud. But like I feel like the apartments should be like proofed enough where like I can talk at a decent level, like I'm having a conversation with somebody and they shouldn't be able to hear me that much, right? Surely, right? Surely. Either way, she moved in like 2 weeks ago and I met her and she's really nice. I only said hi to her once and I have not seen her since, but she was very nice when I met her. I want to make her like Rice Krispies for Christmas or something and bring them down and just like try to make a relationship with her and just say like, hey, if I'm ever really loud, like please let me know. I'm really sorry. I'm a streamer. This is what I do for a living. So I promise I'll never be loud at night. But if I'm ever loud during the day and you need to like concentrate on something, if you work from home, just send me a text and I'll be quieter, you know? So yeah, I'm thinking of doing that. But she has a cat. And I thought she had a cat because one day I heard the cat meowing when she first moved in. Is this the lady who's male? No. That was actually the man who lived here before her when he moved out. Streamers being loud, that never happens. I know, dude. I will say, ever since I moved into an area where I have neighbors, I don't yell anymore. Like, I used to scream really loud during streams. I don't scream anymore. You met her? Does she know you stalked her? I did not! That was the guy before. Oh my god. Well, my new neighbor moved in and seems lovely. Seems very considerate and thoughtful to reach out like that. She's also like, she's like probably around my age. She seems like she's like mid to late 20s, at most like early 30s. Like she's like my age, like kind of hard to tell the age, but I know she's around mid to late 20s. And like I shook her hand. I said hi, and she was like hi, and I was like nice to meet you. I'm upstairs, and she was like cool, and that was it. But yeah, she has a cat, and I heard him meowing one day, and I was like, is that a cat? And it was like when they first moved in. It was only that one time, and then she came in and he stopped meowing, and I was like, maybe she has a cat. This morning I was coming inside the door, and lo and behold, the shades were pulled closed, but they were to the side a little bit, and his little face is just sticking out the window looking at me like this. A little black and white cat. His like head was black up here and he was like white right here. Oh my god, he was adorable. I was like, hello, hi, and he was like, he was so cute, and I'm like, I want to be friends with her so I can go play with her cat. He was really cute. I just signed on as a graphic designer for a new TikTok battle scheduling app. I met with coders yesterday, and I think the project is going to be really awesome. I'm meeting with them again today, and we're going to do some more nerdy things that I don't understand. I'm just there to make it pretty. Can we get some hype in chat for Brianna? That's so exciting, dude. Congratulations. It's so awesome to work on projects that you're like really passionate about, that are really fun, and like you're doing something that you love. I noticed you have a cat, and I would really like to befriend you and meet said cat. Thank you. And I'll say, if you like reptiles, I'll let you hold my gecko. It's not a metaphor. I swear, you can hold them. but your cat cannot because he needs to survive. Below me. Danny goes, so no trade? Because he was telling me that this woman that moved across the hall from him like screamed at him once because the UPS man left a package in front of his door and she tripped over it and she yelled at him and was like, you can't do that. And he was like, I didn't. And she goes, well, you have to tell them not to do that. And he's like, I'm not UPS. And apparently she just yells all the time and throws shit around and she's like really loud and arrogant and not nice. And I'm like, damn. And he's like, and for Danny to have to file a complaint, they must be really bad because Danny never complains about anything ever and is not the kind of person to file a complaint. Hi, Zombie. Welcome in. How's Louis? I haven't heard about him in ages. He is so good. He's my baby boy. I love that little guy. I don't know you. You can ignore me, but Cat, now, please. Just be honest. Louis appearance? You guys want to see the baby? You guys want to see the baby? You gotta come over and see the baby. Hi, Oodle Doodle. Welcome in. Oh my god, I almost tripped over a box. Oh wait, before I do that, sorry. Somebody asked what organization things I got. Before I get Louis, I'll get him in a second. But somebody asked what organization things I got. I got these white cable hiders because I have black wires on the wall for my mounted TV. So I'm going to use these white cable hiders to literally line again along the wall so it hides it because I have a white wall. I also got these, what are these called? The split sleeving in white. So it's going to cover all of my wires because all my wires are black and my wall is white and my setup is white and the black wires stand out really ugly. So I got the white ones of these. I have black ones already. So I'm going to use these to kind of get all of my wires together and make them look nicer and neater. And then I got a dual monitor mount. It looks like this in white. So that way I'm basically gonna remove the bases from my monitors and attach them to the dual mount. So that way it creates even more desk space and they can kind of go up and float a little bit. And it's just gonna mount to my desk. So I'm really excited about that. That's all the stuff I got. I still wanna find the looser guy. What looser guy? What does that mean? I also got a little desk mat that's like a rust color. It's really pretty. Loser. Oh, Loser. I have not seen that man once since that incident. It was really bizarre. Would you feel comfy posting a picture when your setup's complete? Oh my god, yes. I will probably do a live stream and show you guys like from the back camera over here because I'm so excited about when it's all set up. It's going to be really pretty. Also, my PC is like kind of tipping this way and it's kind of scaring me. I feel like it's sitting on something. I also got white electrical tape to put around my monitors to make them look white. So that way they look like prettier. Which that is going to be so fun for me to do. When I remove the base from them, I'm just going to basically put them on my lap and be very careful with them. It's going to be so fun for me to do. Those kind of things. I love doing them. I wish I could do it live on stream. But, like, I need my monitors to, like, talk to you guys. So I'm like, I don't even know how I would do that on stream. If we hit 115% of the goal, she'll share her setup now. I don't mind showing you guys what it looks like. I'll show you a picture that I sent Mifa. But, like, it's not bad. It's just not pretty at all. Like, it's what you would expect a gamer setup to look like. But when that gamer setup is attached to your living room and you see it when somebody walks through the door, it's not pretty, okay? And I just want to disguise it a little more so that way when it's not in use, it's like clean looking and just looks like more like a home office rather than like a big gamer setup that just does not look very cute. So that's how most people describe me. Yeah, like it's fine. It's just not clean. are so toasty warm. Hi, Cryptid. Welcome in. Hi, I guess. Here, my boy. Look at him. Isn't he beautiful? He lick. Look at that pretty boy. Or that pretty girl, I should say. He's so warm. He was a bit of a snooze. Hi. Hi. You can tell he's a little sleepy. Her misgendering Louis is crazy. I know, he's just my son. Even though he's my daughter. You my daughter. We just say that Louis goes by any and all pronouns. Hi, Daniel. Cute lizard. And well taken care of. Yeah, you can tell because he's really chunky. You're very fat. I know. Louis goes by any and all. KG, welcome in. How's it going? Widow Princess. Oh, Widow Prince. Are you my Widow Prince? You're so beautiful. Chunky and cheerful. He kind of scares me. No, he's beautiful. He would never do anything to you. He's a good boy. Would you like to climb? My uncle is kind of afraid of him, which is funny because my uncle's big and scary. My uncle went to pet him once and he was like, okay, I'm done, put him away. Look at him. He's pretty. That's my boy. Hi. He's looking at you guys. How bad does his bite hurt? I don't know. He's never really bit me before. He's only like quick tried to bite me like once, and it felt like nothing. He licks. He doesn't bite. You can't jump. Hi, lizard. This is my lizard. This is my lizard. Hi, Mystic. Almost went BRB. This is doing numbers for my serotonin. Isn't he a baby? He's so pretty. Hi, Fuego. Look at him. Oops, sorry. You didn't like how I touched your tail. Hi, lizards. I love this little guy. This my baby. Looked back over at the perfect moment. Hello, Princess Louis. There we go. That's where she likes to go. She can climb up my shirt easy. Hi. I love her. I would say Louis is about like 2.5 years old. Next month it'll be 2 years since I got him. And I probably got him when he was about like 4 to 6 months old. That would be my guess. You have a cat too? No, I don't have a cat. I just have this little guy. This is my only baby. Yes, his spots did get darker, Makoto. His spots did get darker. He never used to have spots on his back at all. As they age, they get more spots. It's really cool. It's very cool. Hi, why are you sitting like this? Can I ask? Why are you sitting like this? Where are you going? Their colors also change as they get older. So dapper. You can see too, he's got more of a light colored stripe down his back. And like, it's more yellow on the sides, like here. Look at his little arm. His name is Louis, Mr. Isaac. This is my baby boy. Ooh, this is my son. Hi. They call me the Streak. Hell yeah. Just a little baby. He'll literally just sit here. He just sitting here. Hi, Dara. Oh, he's on the move. Oh, I'm trying to make sure he doesn't jump. He'll jump. He's crazy. He'll be like, oh, a 6-foot drop? Don't mind if I do. And I'm like, you're gonna die. Why would you do that? He just loves to send himself flying. Remember when he would death roll? I know. He used to be so bad with handling. He would panic. Now he's so good. Yep. Hold on. Whoa. Where are we going? Sir, oh, where are we going? Where are you going? Where are you going, Mr. Sir? If no jump, why hi? Oh, he's doing it again. He loves going on my back. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Hi, Jelly. This is my baby Louie. This is Louie. He did not like the way I just picked him up. I was trying to readjust him. This is Louie. He's looking at me, sorry. This is Louie. He's technically a girl. Sorry, he's just looking at me. He's about 2.5 years old. He's still a baby. He's always gonna be a baby. He's my leopard gecko. I love him. He's like, please. He doesn't like when I interrupt his climbing path, like the way I just did. He'll start rolling his tail around at me to be like, no. Hi. He didn't like the way I just swallowed. He's technically in everything, including fat. Louis-ow. Right when you were answering my question, what was your question again? I'd be happy to answer again. Hi, buddy. What you looking at? Oh, thank you. Your nails are sharp, bud. He's just gonna sit here. I have a 2-year-old beardy named Tyraxes from House of the Dragon. Did I say that right? He's about 2.5 years old. That's my estimate. I got him in January 2 years ago. So this January will be my 2-year anniversary of his gotcha day. But when I got him, he was about anywhere between 4 to 6 months old. Because he wasn't baby, but he was like almost full grown. Still small, but like almost full grown. I have 2 leopard geckos. I love them. They're my favorite. I love them so much. My 6-year-old niece calls him Leo. That's so cute. Me with my dogs who are 4.5 and 3.5, literally. Hi, Squeak. He yearns for the bosoms. I know. Like, bro, why are you sitting here? He's making my boobs look way bigger than they are. The way he's sitting on them right now. I'm like, brother, thank you. You're doing wonders for me right now, but this is fake. This is just the way that he's deciding to stand on me in this moment. The man in Louis is showing right now. Typical man. He found a comfy spot. Oh, he's moving. He's on the move. Keep going. Keep going. He's got chunky little thighs. You need a female lizard? He is a female. Technically, he's a lady. He's a lady. I found out when I took him to the vet, and she said, well, you either have a very clean male or you've got a girl. And I went, oh. And then I went on Reddit and said, girl or boy? And everyone said, that's a girl. And then one person said, that's obese. And I was like, well, that's not very nice. He can hear you. No smeg. Oh my god, 402, you still have that emo. I love it. We need to make one like that of Louis. I love that emo. It would take up so many slots, though. It's been at least a year. Need a male. So a friend of mine, who I dated, he has a male named Ian. And he's going away for like 2 or 3 months or something to train for this new job. And so while he's gone, I'm going to watch Ian because I know how to take care of them. Ian Gexon? Exactly. And so I'm going to watch Ian. And I was joking because I was like, what if Ian and Louis have babies? But I'm not going to do that. But can you imagine? Ian is also way older than Louis. Ian's like 8 years old or 9 years old. Yep, I'm rerouting you. Oh god, my earbud fell out. I'm sorry. My earbud fell out, okay? Oh god, stop trying to climb on my back. He's just gonna sit there. He just found a comfortable position. This is his comfortable position, and it's very uncomfortable for my arm. The way his legs just went up, I was like, that's his comfy position. My beardy loves sitting on my shoulders. Usually, Louis will sit like up here on my neck. But that's usually when my hair is like down. You're stuck there now. I know. You're stuck like that. Don't make the rules, literally. I am stuck like this. I could put my earbud back in now. There we go. I couldn't hear anything when it fell out because it thought that I took my earbuds out and it just pauses everything in my ears. Israel. Sorry, I'm checking something really quick. I got an email. Okay, we're good. I want a gecko that changes colors. That's a chameleon. Tomorrow your shoulder's gonna be jacked. I know, right? I'm gonna be like, Look how tiny he is. He's so cute. Let me zoom in on him so you guys can really get all of his full... Isn't he precious? Look at his teeny tiny little legs. Oh, he's like, what do you mean small? Who are you calling teeny tiny? He's gonna start climbing on that. He's gonna start climbing on it. He's like, ooh, I can get some traction if I climb on this. My ex-wife tried stealing my beardy. I was ready for war. I'd be in jail. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be in jail. My sister had one of those for years. He was adorable. Oh, welcome in. I love these guys. Oh, he's turning around. He thinks that it's a cave. It's not. You're not jumping. You're not jumping. All right. He's... Sir, I hate when he... See? He just jumped. All right, we're going to go put him back because now he's getting antsy. All right, guys, we're going to put him back. He's getting antsy. He's like, Mother. Hannah Bear, thank you so much for the resub. I'm so sorry. I have to put him back. Everyone say goodbye because he's going to start jumping now. I can feel it. He's starting to jump. I'm going to go put him away. Everyone say goodbye. Bye, Louie. Everyone say bye, Louie. Bye, monster. This crazy boy. Speaking of... Alright, Louie, we're going. Here we go, buddy. Just dropped my phone. We're moving. Alright, I'm just gonna wash my hands really quick. Oh god, I opened the wrong part of the curtain. Sorry, all of my stuff that I was working with here. Hi, B-Wong. How's it going? How you doing? Oh, he's mad because you called his legs tiny. That's literally what happened. I said, his legs are so tiny. He went, fuck you, bitch. Who you calling small? Watch this. My favorite part is that after I hold him, I get little teeny tiny, you won't be able to see it on camera, but I get little teeny tiny red dots all over me from where his claws climb up my skin. It's really cute. I like it a lot. I get it on my arms. I don't think if I show you, I don't know if you'll be able to see. Can you see? There's some right here. I can't tell if you can see or not. My reptiles could use a mother of dragons. Is that Riz? I'm kidding. I'm glad you're doing well, dude. I'm doing really well today, except for the fact that my complex just emailed me that they're increasing my rent. So I'm not happy about that, but that's okay. You know, we rally. This is my plan. I have a 1-year plan. I'm thinking that this is probably going to be, like, I'll re-sign my lease. This will probably be my last year that I'll stay here, hopefully. And in this next year, I'm going to try and find a place that is, because I've been trying to do, like, affordable housing so, like, I could purchase an affordable housing home, because I'm technically, like, low income. I'm, like, not poverty level low income, but I'm, like, if poverty's here, I'm like here. So it's like, I'm like here. Poverty level's down here. I'm like right here. And this is like well off. So I'm like in between low income and moderate low income. I'm like in between that. So I qualify, long story short, for affordable housing. So I'm trying to work that out. I was trying to work that out before I moved here, but too many life things happened and it was just a whole thing and very complicated. And now I feel like I actually have my shit together. So, yeah. I grew up like that. For me, it's honestly just because I live in New Jersey. I really think that's it. Also, like my career choices. Test. Hi, Sync, I see you. But you know, my career choices. But, like, you can't say I don't work. I work a lot. But, like, I also think I have, like, no money because all of my money goes to rent and bills because of New Jersey's insane cost of living and insane cost of literally anything. So, yeah. Yeah, 4-2, you get it. Yup, you get it, Jelly. We all out here struggling. As someone who also lives in New York, felt, yeah. Why is it so expensive up here? Colorado, too, we're always struggling. Yeah, dude. I would love for things to be, no one likes New Jersey, leave immediately. Adam, we just played last night. We played Among Us together. Welcome in. I'm sorry, I'm a New Jersey lover. I'm born and raised. I love New Jersey. I think New Jersey is one of the greatest places to live. I really do. no one else thinks that because people like their only exposure to New Jersey is like the Jersey Shore. So they think it's all trash, all shit. And it's really beautiful. Jersey Shore, exactly. New Jersey's beautiful. I'm from New York. We love hating Jersey. Oh, now I get it. I get it. See, I feel like, Adam, if you and I teamed up together, like New Jersey, New York, we could come together and really do a good hate campaign against Pennsylvania. Like, I feel like we could really pull that off. But some New Yorkers really just like to turn their nose up at New Jerseyans because we like to commute to New York instead of live there. But, like, we could do such a number on Pennsylvania if we really teamed up. You know? I hate New York and New Jersey just as much as the other. Let's leave PA out of it. Oh my God. See, you're right, but the thought of teaming up with Jersey is terrifying. Come on, we got you. Not the hate on PA. For me, I don't care about Pennsylvania. It's fine. Like, they're their own breed over there, but it's the drivers because they come into my state and they drive like they've just got their license yesterday. And I'm like, this is crazy to me. Honestly, and same with the Manhattanites because they literally don't drive. And so then they rent a car and drive in New Jersey and they're like, woo, all over the road because they don't know how to drive. And I'm like, you guys are scary. There's nothing in PA. It's true. Connecticut drivers are the worst in the region. I don't know enough about Connecticut drivers because I have only ever been to like one little area of Connecticut over and over again. I'm a Steelers fan. Where is that? Is Steelers New Orleans? No. They're gold, right? What am I thinking of? What's New Orleans? Saints. Never mind. I got confused. Saints. Starts with an S. I'm almost there. Guys, I don't know anything about football. Pittsburgh. Oh. If I had to pick a football team, it would be the Eagles, but only because my uncle loves the Eagles and he's ride or die to the point where he has an Eagles tattoo on him now. So, because of him, am an Eagles fan. But I'm not a fan of football at all. But if I had to pick one, I will pick the Eagles. Because if I had to pick between the Jets, the Giants, and the Eagles, I'm going to go with the Eagles. Try driving Baton Rouge, Louisiana. No one can drive, and the potholes are insane. You know what? I believe you. Anywhere down south, I feel like no one can drive. Rip Patrick Mahomes. Who is that? Seahawks. That's Seattle. I know that, right? That is Seattle. I know that because I had a history teacher who was obsessed with the Seahawks to the point where she made it her whole personality, and I really did not like her at all. She had two loves in life, and it was Seahawks and Malala. So I knew a lot about Malala to the point where I felt like I knew more about Malala than Malala knew about herself because of the teacher I had. Because everything we did for an entire year was about Malala. Malala. I think her last name is Yousafzai. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Malala. You know who she is. Who is Malala? What is wrong with you people? Okay, I'm going to educate you all right now. Malala was a young girl. She is, but she's not young anymore. But at the time was a young girl fighting for women's rights to education and was shot in the head by the Taliban. Yes, the girl school person. She was fighting for the right for girls to go to school and was shot in the head by the Taliban and survived. And she survived. I remember this, and she's incredible. She's in her 20s, married, studied law in Cambridge. Incredible, beautiful, talented, intelligent young woman, and was shot in the head for fighting for women's rights to education. And so my professor, my teacher in high school was obsessed with Malala. And this was back, we read her book, I Am Malala. This was back in 2015-ish, and I think what happened to Malala happened not much before that. It was like 2012, maybe? She's actively on TikTok, and so many people were like, you're not 50? No, she was younger than me at the time. I was in high school, and she was like, she was 13 when she got shot, I think, right? She was 15. I was close. Yeah. I saw a TikTok of her talking about smoking out of a bong. Fuck yeah, Malala, live your life. She's 28, 6 months older than you. Oh, then she was like my age. Yeah, it was in 2012. I was right. Yep. Yeah, and she was shot on her school bus. I remember that now. So that's Malala Yousafzai. I might be butchering her last name, but that's always how I've pronounced it. She hasn't been in headlines as much in recent years, which is honestly a good thing, I think, for her. Like, live your life, girl. You deserve it. Seriously. Without being hounded by people, you know? I remember Molly character from Booksmart was obsessed with her in the movie. I forgot about that. Yes. What you just described is an insane Disney movie sequel. Yeah, it happened to her. It happened to her in Pakistan. I'm 12 days older than her. When's her birthday? July 12th. She's literally 6 months older than me. Yeah. That's why, so I forgot about this part. The reason her book is called I Am Malala is because a Taliban gunman boarded her school bus and said, "Who is Malala?" And then he shot her in the head. And she lived, which is insane. But yeah, she was shot in the head for promoting education for girls and advocating for girls' education in Pakistan. So that's who Malala is. So anyway, I learned a lot about Malala when I was in high school because my teacher, who was a huge Seahawks fan, she had two loves in life, like I said, the Seahawks and Malala. And that's all we talked about in that class. Malala and the Seahawks, which are two totally different things. But she combined them. That's for sure. Imagine how insane it would have been if today was her birthday. Can you imagine if I was just like, she was young, yeah. She was, yeah, imagine that happening to you at the age of 15. Like, it's crazy. And coming out in a way where you are, like, able to recover without any, like, major damage is, like, insane. Like, that's very, like, miracle, you know? My ego wouldn't be able to handle that because then I think I'm a superhero. So yeah, that's a little about Malala for those of you that do not know who that is. I feel like I'm surprised that not everybody knows who Malala is. I feel like that was such a big deal in 2012 when that happened. It's so interesting. We talked about it all the time, and we read her books and everything. Yeah. And she's so sweet, and she's so cool, you know? But anyway, that's her. Yeah, if you saw a picture of her, you'd probably recognize her. My teacher was extremely British and literally, I swear, knew everything about Malala, more about Malala than Malala knew about herself. Brianna, that's literally how I felt. I was like, I feel like we had quizzes about Malala. We had quizzes about Malala. Now that we're talking about her, I'm remembering, yeah. I was taking grad level classes on contemporary genocides. That's so interesting. Oh my God, in 2012, I was graduating middle school. I was graduating middle school. Yeah. Yeah. Holla. I was busy being 10. I was 14. I'm old, I'm aware. Ew, same. Does anyone know why time keeps speeding up and how to slow it down? Question mark? My husband graduated high school in 2012. Oh my gosh. That's when we all should have bought houses. Exactly. Well, actually, no. Well, when did the economy... There was a huge housing market crisis that happened sometime during Obama's presidency. Was it 2008? It was 2008. So 2012 was okay, right? 2008. Yes, thank you guys. I just remember it was during Obama's presidency. I was like, who was it? I was 8 in 2012. Oh my God. I was 14. I should have bought a home. I would love to own a home. You know what's crazy is that Gabby is engaged and her fiance have amazing jobs and they cannot afford to buy a home. And they've been working these jobs for years and they cannot afford to buy a home. And they're like, in my mind, like they make like way more than I make and they can't buy a home. And I'm like, if they can't buy a home, I'm cooked. I can't buy it. There's no shot. I'd have to have a home passed down to me, which I also cannot have happen because there's no home in my family. My parents don't own a home either. Why were we not investing at 7? You know? After the bubble, they wouldn't give out loans to anybody. And now we're witnessing what the AI bubble burst. And now we're going to witness the AI bubble burst and fuck everybody. Fun times. So what does that mean? Because I've been hearing about that and I'm just so confused. Anything about finances, economy, anything, my brain cannot wrap around it because it feels fake to me. Tuttle Wax, thank you so much for the tier 1 raw sub. Oh my God, get some raws in chat. I also owe a couple stickers, I think, because I forgot some stickers from earlier because I was on a speaking rant at some point. I didn't give a sticker to Alts. I owe Alts a sticker, and I owe Hannah a sticker. And now I owe you a sticker. So let me grab... Alts resubbed an hour ago at not tier 3, at 3 months. Here is your Christmas cat sticker for the month of December. This is your guy. Oh, he's a businessman. He's at an office Christmas party waiting for the spiked eggnog to come out like a good boy. That's you. Let me get my pen. Guys, I'm so happy we did a Just Chatting stream today. Alts. And then we had Hannah Bear resub for, whoa, oh God, I'm clicking buttons, for 10 months at tier 1. Thank you so much, Hannah. Here is your Christmas cat. Look at this pretty boy. He's got a scarf on. He's looking, he's watching the snow fall. He's waiting for Santa very patiently like a good boy. Look how cute he is. Your nails are so cute. Thank you. I just got them done on Tuesday. My first ever Christmas manicure. Thank you so much. I love them. Hannah Bear. And then Tuttle Wax. Thank you so much for the first time. Raw sub, tier 1. Here's your Christmas cat. Look at this baby. He's waiting for the milk and cookies to come out in front of a candlelight. He's a beautiful boy. Also, guys, I accidentally paused chat like 3 minutes ago, so I haven't seen any of your messages unless they're popping up right here. So the last thing I asked about was the bubble burst thing, so I'm going to read all these messages in a moment. Tuttle Wax 11. Raw. Sorry, my hand was shaking so much while I was writing all of these, so it kind of looks bad, the handwriting. I'm so sorry. What the heck, Hype Train? Why did that just happen? Anyway, thank you, Hype Train. Look. There you guys go. Thank you so much. Sorry my handwriting sucks for these. My bad. It happens. We talked too much. Oh, it's the ghost Hype Train. I thought there was a way to opt out of that. To keep me warm. Okay, now I'm scrolling. Buying a home is expensive to buy and expensive to own after too. Yeah, life is just expensive. Why don't we just all start printing money at home? You know? Espresso Jeffro, welcome in. There was a study done that has the illusion. Jelly, you don't have to subscribe to me. Jelly. Guys, Jelly works with me on Spellbrook. You don't have to subscribe to me. That's so sweet. Jelly. Jelly. You have a cute sticker. They're all cute, but like this one's extra cute. You are a Christmas cat in a stocking. You are the present. You are the gift. You are the stocking stuffer. Thank you so much for the first time sub at tier 1. That was really nice of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jelly. Okay, I didn't shake as much writing your name, which is good. I gotta write raw. There we go. Look how cute. It'll focus one day. There we go. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. AI is going to take about 40% of jobs in the next 10 years. Love that. AJ, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I'm scrolling. The stock market is propped up by AI expectations from tech companies, and if it doesn't pan out, things will be rough financially. Like, rougher than they are now. I already feel like things are, like, so rough financially. Same, but 2 years ago, I got a letter in the mail saying, oh, by the way, we need 4K because you were short on your escrow with the month. Your escrow with the month. Oh my gosh. The cat seems very surprised by the Christmas development. Very cute. Our stock market, the biggest in the world, is now held up by 7 companies. All of these companies are basically held up by NVIDIA. NVIDIA is so high due to the idea that we will A, find general AI sentient, or B, ways to get lots of money out of it. So NVIDIA is paying companies to buy things from them to make more data centers, and it literally can't keep climbing. So unless they make up new ways to prop things up, it's going to all fall and fall hard and affect everything. So I understand, like, all of the words that you just said, but I just don't understand the concept. And this is where I'm very ignorant when it comes to like the economy and how stock works and everything. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, just don't let it fall. But that's like not, I just don't understand, I think, how all, and this is why when I was a kid, I never understood like rise and demand or supply and demand because my brain could not wrap around it. And so to me, the concept of it like crashing and falling doesn't make sense to me because like how and why? Like why aren't things designed in a way where like that just doesn't happen? But then I'm like an idiot for thinking that. But I'm like, I just don't understand it, you know? I just don't get it. And I think I'm at the point where I'm like okay with the fact I don't get it because I honestly don't know if I ever will. And I'm not saying that in a way where I'm like, I'm just always going to be ignorant. Haha. I just mean it in a way where I'm truly like, it's one of those things that just is so far beyond my world that I just cannot understand it. I'm like an art person. Like I don't understand all this business stuff. And like, I try to, but I feel like I just need someone in my life to explain it to me or at least understand what's going on because I just don't. No matter how much somebody explains it to me, or how much they dumb it down, I'm like, I don't get it. You know? Twitch gave me a notification on mobile that you kicked off a hype train. I did not. We talk too much. Hype train. Handwriting is way better than mine. Thank you. Oh, thank you guys for the level 1 hype train. So slay. Thank you. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Nothing bad could happen by printing money nonstop or going to Russia in the winter. See, these are like the things that just don't make sense to me because I'm like, okay, all of this is made up. None of it's real. We live on a planet where money never exists. These are all things we created. money, stock market, credit reports, credit scores. It never existed. We just made it up. And it's ruining everyone's lives. And I'm like, so if you made it up, can't you just like fix it? But the thing is, from what I'm understanding, is that the richest of the rich profit off of it so much that it'll never change. And that's what I understand. Play game Minecraft. Lauren. There are already companies moving away from AI with smart people going, if we replace the entry-level jobs now, who are going to do the senior jobs when our senior team retires? Oh, God bless those people for saying that. It could crash the market, so the effects of that can make it even more rough for people. I think what I don't understand is like the market. I don't understand the stock market. I don't understand how things crash. I don't understand how crashes affect people either. And I think it's just, I have tried so much to read about these things, and it's all so foreign to me. Like, I do not understand any of it. And even the things that I do understand, I'm like, but why is it set up in a way that it can fail so horribly and ruin people's lives? Because then I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. There is possibilities companies find new ways to get around all of this money transferring, government bailouts. They're already happening in small ways, or they pull out this amazing tech that people will always pay for. But every AI model is hemorrhaging money, and they keep pumping more and more and more and more out of the hopes of making more money or giving companies ways to replace their workforce. And many companies are using AI as an excuse to fire people when in reality the economy is fucked. I read that message. Scum! Yes, Scum, everyone's trying to explain it to me because I do not understand economics at all. I don't understand economics at all. I'm like, yes, girls, let's go. Like, everything you're saying sounds bad. I agree with you. I just don't understand how it's structured and why it's structured the way it is. My brain cannot wrap around it. All I heard was beep, boop, beep, bop. That's exactly how my brain goes when you try to explain this to me. Scum, how are you? It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for the 26-month resub. You get a Christmas cat sticker, and this is yours. This is your, oops. This is yours. Oh, there we are. This little guy. Party Popper. Thank you so much for the resub, dude. I appreciate you. Scummy Wummy. I got you. Thank you so much. Amazon has just invested in OpenAI. They're just perpetuating this vicious cycle. The only reason AI companies exist is literally that they keep investing in each other, and it's not a sustainable model. Calico! Do I have a sticker for you? I probably don't, but my brain for some reason thinks that I do. I don't. Calico, let me get you a Christmas sticker. Thank you so much for the tier 2 resub. You got a cute one. This one's a kitten. Look, he's waiting up for Santa. He goes, I know they said I shouldn't wait up for Santa, but I hear footsteps on the roof. Calico, thank you so much for the resub, dude. That was so sweet. And at tier 2, are you kidding me? Thank you so much. That is so sweet. The next one has to be Wed. We're talking about your chair earlier. Oh, Mifa, yeah, what chair do you have? Sorry, I'm like really behind on chat, so if you already answered that, just disregard what I just said. I'm really, really behind on chat. Okay. Red, green, calico. There we go. Look at you. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much, dude. It's just that capitalism isn't sustainable and we're late stage. So what happens then? What happens after that? More people sell. Okay, short explanation is the more people sell, the more it goes down. And the more scared people get, the more they sell. But then if they're selling, somebody's buying. That's, I think, where I get confused. Because I'm like, but then who are they selling to? Because then somebody's buying what they sell. My brain gets so confused. The uber rich buy them. Y'all, can we unmake it all up, please? That's where I'm at, Jelly. When I found out, I think I might have said this when it happened. I can't remember though. Also, ads are starting in 2 minutes. I'm so sorry. I had a beautiful credit score. I had like a nice like 760 credit score. I worked really hard on it for like literally like 6 years. I worked so hard on that credit score to get it to where it was. And then they unfroze student loans. Because remember, they froze student loans for like, I don't know, 4 years when the pandemic hit. They froze student loans. They didn't inform me that they were unfreezing. They unfroze my student loans. And then I got hit with delinquent payments, 4 years worth, all at once. And my credit score tanked. And so now my credit score is lower than it was when I first started having a credit score. Which is hell when I'm trying to buy anything. So now I have to, and I can't fix it is the thing, is that even if I called these people, Mom, stop. Even if I tell these people and call them, they won't fix it for me. So it's like one of those things that I'm like, this credit scores don't make sense to me, because how does something like that happen even though payments don't get missed, right? It's something that the government put in place. So it's like, I don't understand how something like that happens. The Steam winter sale is live. Oh, Mom, I see your chat now. You better get a grasp, because you actually do understand economics, because you move in the circles. You are so much smarter than you pretend. Mom, don't say stuff like that in my chat, because I really don't understand any of it, okay? There is a theory that we've reached the end stages of capitalism. Rich people have min-maxed it so much that they can exploit anyone under them. And they're doing it. We work for them. They pay us low. They get more rich, brainwashed. So what doesn't make sense to me is that the cost of living has raised so much, and everyone's making the same amount. And I'm like, but if all the money that you're paying is more, why is everyone still getting paid the same amounts that they've been getting paid for the last, like, however many years? Do you understand? I'm like, if you made $1 a second, you'd make over 31 million a year. It would still take you 31,000 years to become a trillionaire, and we have trillionaires now. Let that sink in. I know, I've thought about that before. Somebody else broke that down once about billionaires and stuff, and I was like, it just feels like such an absurd amount of money that I can't wrap my brain around. I love a good Christmas song in Latin. It's the Catholic in me. I live in a state of perpetual Catholic guilt about teen pregnancy, and I'm 27 and married. That is the realest thing that I've ever heard in my life, Sync. The realest thing I've ever heard in my life. The $10K Supreme Court student loan ruling cost me $10K. I was literally paid off. Then the Supreme Court was like, nope, you still owe $10K. That is very common, the freezing of the student loan. Student loan defaults are the highest they've ever been. Credit scores are tanking. Yeah, it's bad. It was bad. I had a moment of panic and then upset, and then I cried, and then I had to just accept it. Because I went through all of these Reddit threads and all of these forum posts of people that had the exact same thing happen to them, and every single person said that they were not able to reinstate their credit score. The best was when my credit score dropped because I paid off and closed one of my credit cards. That's what I'm saying. You pay off a car and close the account, guess what? You don't get rewarded for that. You get punished. And I'm like, this does not make any sense on why this happens in this way. Companies aren't paying us more, so we can't raise either. I had someone in my economy class do a project on how much minimum wage would have to be to live, and it would need to be like $66. I know. And then what's crazy about that too is that it's like, then people will say, well, if we raise the minimum wage, the small businesses aren't going to be able to afford to hire anybody or stay open. And that's because the cost of everything else is so expensive. But it's like, realistically, if the cost of everything went down, you could pay people less and they would be able to live. But everything is just so expensive. Like, would you expect a small business to be able to afford to pay somebody $66 an hour? Like, that's absurd that we're at that point, in my opinion. I need to sign the lease for our apartment because I'm over 18 now, and I've asked my mom 2 questions. How much my dog weighs, and when we moved in, that it was over 10 years ago. How much your dog weighs? Is it one of those, like, if your dog's, like, over a certain amount of pounds, you have to pay a fee? That is, like, the biggest scam, pet rent. Biggest scam. Why would you have to pay an extra, like, $50 to have a dog? It doesn't make any sense. Oh my God, I'm finally caught up on chat. I don't understand why the government doesn't just print more money. I say that all the time, Joey. I'm like, just print more. How are we in debt? Who do we owe it to? Just print more money and we're out of debt. But apparently that's a really dumb way to think. But in my brain, I'm like, but if you guys could just make it that way. Because none of it's real, in my opinion. I'm like, you all made this up. So just unmake it up. She's like 14 pounds. I weighed her myself. Yeah, there's like some of those complexes, like you can't have a dog that's over 20 pounds. Or they're like, if your dog is over 50 pounds, you have to pay a fee. Or if your dog is over 20 pounds, you have to pay a fee. And it's like wild. If we print more money, the value of money goes down. I know and I understand that, but also who decided that the value of money goes down? Why can't we just pretend like it doesn't? It just, none of that makes sense to me. When I think about it, it makes my brain hurt. I want to go back to the bartering system. Who needs 4 pigs? Looking for a 70-inch TV. I love that. I'll trade you. I have 5 ice cubes. I'll give you 4. The value of money goes down because there is more than it can be. It just doesn't make sense in my head. I don't think there's any way somebody can explain it to me that it makes sense. What are the best vintage ice skates that they don't make anymore? I don't know. I don't know. I think if they were the best, they wouldn't not be made anymore. I would say leather boots are not made anymore. Like real leather boots are not made anymore, but that's a lot of times because of ethical and durability reasons. Aren't all vintage items no longer made? Makes the value of money go down, ironically, because it keeps printing money. I need more ice in my coffee. Baby, please come home. Yeah, like my boots don't get made anymore. I have Rydell Gold Stars, and they don't exist anymore. I don't think. They don't make them anymore. From what I was told. The best isn't valuable to corporations as they need you to frequently replace them so that they could sell more. They used to call me Gold Star in college. I was never called a Gold Star. You're a golden noodle. Isn't that what it was called? You're a good noodle. I'm a good noodle. I'm a good noodle. Wow. When will you wear wigs? Will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? Jelly, thank you for the lyric. My ex used to call me a bad noodle, funnily enough. How sad. Guys, I just got my YouTube recap. My top video of 2025 was the Animal Crossing reaction video. Then will you wear wigs? That's what Alina and I were saying to each other in New York City. Then will you wear wigs? Will you wear wigs? I'm about to talk to my boss about more hours pay tomorrow because my workload is worth way more than I'm getting paid to do. Wish me luck. Erica, before I quit my last job, I had that conversation with my boss at my full-time job because I didn't have health insurance or anything through there. I just got paid hourly. And that was it. I got paid hourly. I didn't have benefits or anything. And so I had a conversation with him where I said, I'm going to give you I think I said I'm going to give you 6 months. Move the mic. What? What happened? Is my mic bad? What does it sound like? It's gone now? It was when I moved it? It went crinkly? Wait, that's actually... It's happening again? Wait, that's actually amazing. Because that means I can just buy a new cable. That's actually amazing that it happened when I moved the mic. Because I can just buy a new XLR cable. Is it gone now? I think it's the cable. Can you guys clip it so I can hear it? Can you go back and clip that? I'm literally going to order a new cable on Amazon. This kind of sucks though, because this is a really nice XLR cable. Santa, tell me. But I can get a shorter one. This is like a 50-foot cable. XLR cable. I only need one that's like 10 feet. White? Do they make white XLR cables? They do. I didn't know they made white XLR cables. I never even thought about that. Are you performing on stage, Shadow? The reason I had a 50-foot XLR cable is because this cable was never actually for Saint Crinkless. This cable was not for streaming. It was actually for interviewing. So I used this XLR cable to hook up to lav mics for interviewing people for my film. And so I had a really long XLR cable so that way I could hook it up to people and run it across a room. So I literally have it wound up and tied on the corner. I also have a 50 XLR. You used to do concert setup. See, it makes sense. I guess I'll grab this one. 10 foot, male to female. And it's white. That's kind of cool. Ooh, there's a coupon. I save $1.75. Get it by Saturday. Am I really here? I have to change it because it thinks that I'm my dad. My dad's credit card is like the auto one. Because he kept using my Prime Video, and I said, Dad, you can use my Prime Video as long as you make your credit card the primary card, because you keep accidentally buying stuff and it's charging me. So we had to change it. Okay, I ordered it, guys. It's gonna be here on Saturday. Wow, 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 wow. I had to put a code on to stop my Nana from buying channels. That's what happened to my dad. He kept doing like these trials, and then he didn't realize he was like paying for all these channels with my credit card. It was an accident. Like, he really didn't know. And then like we had like calculated it, and it was a lot of money. And I said to him, I was like, you don't have to pay me back, but buy me this pair of boots. And he was like, cool. And he bought me a pair of boots. The Nana lock. That's so funny. You're all I need. I don't want to do that. Goodbye. Speaking of boots, where did we end up with your skating ones? Nowhere. We didn't end up anywhere. Yeah. And the worst part, too, is that the awful paint job that he did is actually peeling off now. And so they actually look worse. I actually had a student point at my skates and say, why do your skates look so bad? I was like, cool. Yeah. There's like nothing I regret more than doing that. Peeling off already. What did he paint it with? I don't know, dude. I can't even talk about it because I'll start crying. I'll get really upset about it still. So it's fine. Hi, Goblin. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Yeah, I can't talk about it. I'm gonna get really upset. I can't talk about it. I'm sorry, guys. I got a question. I'm here. I have an answer. Do y'all fuck with cornbread? I fuck heavy with cornbread. I love corn muffins. I love me a good warm corn muffin toasted. I'm allergic, right? I'm going to ask the boss for some Malky Poo's hours. Is he gone yet? Cornbread is dope. I love a corn muffin. Dunkin' Donuts actually has good. The Southern just came out. I'm not even Southern. I just joke Southern. Hi, Nova. He's defo going. That's so exciting, dude. I'm so excited for you. I love it when cornbread gets a little burnt on the outside. Yes, me too. Sorry, I was moving stuff around. I love when it gets a little burnt on the outside. I cannot do full-time mentally, just not a thing I could do. That's fair. Oh yeah, didn't you have him for Secret Santa? Didn't you have him for Secret Santa? Ooh. Has anyone had cornbread cookies? I didn't even know that was a thing. I got him a Where's Grogu book. Like, Where's Waldo, but you have to find the Grogu. That's actually pretty cute. Cornbread and milk equals whatever that is. Yes, Shadow. I'm picky about cornbread, but even good cornbread has to be fresh because after like 12 hours, it's dry AF. That's so true. It has to be moist. It's really hard to get cornbread right. I will never forget getting a corn muffin from like a place on campus, and when I bit into it, there were little pieces of corn in it. And I was like, this is not good. You took this too literally. And that happens so often where people bake corn into their corn muffin, and I think that's disgusting. I have this weird feeling that I got it I got him it before, but I can't find it on Amazon order history or anything. So let's hope not. Can you imagine if he's like, you got me this last year? And you'll just be like, but like in case you didn't find him. That happens so much. Why do people do that? Like, I don't think anyone likes that. I thought of you twice. Like, no one wants corn bits in their cornbread or corn muffin. No one asked for that. It's cornbread, not corn in bread. Exactly. It's disgusting. Why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? Thought of you more than I wanted to. Yeah, I really thought of you on this one. Not that I wanted to or anything, but I really thought of you. Guys, let's do the knuckle, because I didn't do the knuckle yet today. Is that like banana bread? Kinda, yeah. It's just with corn, I guess. I buy most gifts at street art fairs. No chance of duplicates. That's smart. That's cute. Boom. Oh, this is a little funky. Hold on. All right, time for the knuckle. Hopefully it's not as hard as it was yesterday. If you guys don't know what this is where we have to guess the villager of the day. Yesterday was Toby. It was so difficult. Now, when I play this, guys, I don't read chat because I don't want to have you guys spoil it for me. Banana bread, the real king and queen. Cornbread has nothing on it. See, banana bread, there's just too much banana involved. Let's go with Coco. Female. Okay, female. Beige green. Not a rabbit, not a normal. So all we know is that it's a girly pop, and she's not a normal. Beige and green. Let's go with Shino. I don't know. Not a deer, not a peppy. Elegant, gorgeous. Okay, let's go with Gloria. Not a duck. Snooty, fashion, elegant, gorgeous. Okay, a snooty villager. Okay, let's go with Yuka. Oops. Yuka. Koala, snooty, fashion. Okay, elegant and gorgeous. These fave styles never do anything for me. I'm like, huh? Huh? I get so confused. I'm like, okay. She likes wearing black and gray, orange and yellow. Okay, beige or green. Okay, not a deer, not a rabbit, not a duck, not a koala. Let's go with bird. Piper? Is she a snooty? No, she's a peppy. What? She's a peppy? Not this again. I know, guys. I'm sorry. My poor mother always seems to buy me things I've already gotten myself. Oh, no. It is Toby. That was yesterday. I got it in 4. Wixie, how? How? Oh, no, Lynette. Only 3% slay. Okay. Let me think of who's a snooty again. Yuka, so on my OG island, I had Yuka and Gloria, and they would be fighting all the time. It was so funny. They would always fight. I got the species right on 2. That's crazy. When you get the species right, it just helps. I'm trying to think of my snooties. Dang. Okay. I'm not able to guess not knowing the species. It's so hard. Watching the villagers stomp away from the fight is my favorite. Me too. I love it. Okay, who else is a snooty? What's that cat's name? Don't tell me. Oop, not that. No. It's like, it's not Madonna. She like in my brain looks like Madonna. She always wears all the makeup. What is her name? Well, let's see if it's even a cat before I even go this route. It's not, so I'm not even gonna bother. Okay. Mine never fight. Yuka and Gloria were always going at it. Two big personalities, always going at it. I'm trying to think of darling. Whom? You make every day feel. It's not a rabbit. It's not a deer. It's not a duck. It's not a koala. It's not a bird. It's not a gorilla. It's not a cat. Let's try. Let's try a kangaroo. Not Azalea. What's her name? Astrid. I accidentally. I don't think. Is she a snooty? She is a snooty. Okay, it's not a kangaroo. Wait, I'm so surprised I remembered she's a snooty. If you had this villager on your island, I would be surprised. Okay, she's probably ugly. Well, that could mean anything. To be honest with you, though, I don't really like many snooty villagers. Okay, it's not a duck. It's not a bird. Okay, it's not a gorilla. Let's go anteater. Annalisa? She's not even... Is Renee... Renee's a peppy. I think she's a peppy, but she acts like a snooty. It's really annoying. Oh, she's a sisterly. I don't like snooties. I'll be back in a bit. If you're still alive, drive safe. Let's see. Polra, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Did I do crocodiles yet? Or alligators, whatever they're called? No, I didn't do one of those yet. Gail's the only one that I can think of, and she's not a peppy. Ooh, what about Naomi? No. You make every day. Me and the truck and your stream start playing and not my music. I was so confused. Oopsies. Squirrels. Caroline must be a peppy. What about Cherry? Wait, either of them. Is she a snooty? Peppy? Sisterly. I always get the sisterlies confused because they're so boring. Either way, it's not a dog. What about... Oh my god. Getting the species right is so tough. Something cool? An AHA Disky? Wait, I can't open it right now because I'm sharing my whole desktop. And I'm afraid if I open Discord right now, it's going to expose my Discord. So I can't look right now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry. I will look right after this. I have to sneeze. Sorry. Alligators. Thanks, guys. There's no shot Caroline is a... Well, let's just look anyway because see if it's a squirrel. It's not. Okay, great. Oh, frog. Jambette? No. Oh, she's normal. I'm guessing every single species that I can think of. Okay, hamster. Apple's a peppy. Not a hamster. Oh my god. What other... Oh, ostrich. Is Queenie? Is she sisterly or... Snooty? Okay, I was right. She is a snooty. Oh my god. Every wrong species. I really am. But I'm guessing so... Okay, not really. I've guessed a lot of good snooties, though. Oh, pigs. Well, there's Agnes. She's a sisterly. I did koala. What else is there as a species? What's the cat one that's slutty? I already thought of her. There's no cat involved. I couldn't remember her name. The one that like reminds me of Madonna. I couldn't remember her name, so I just guessed Tabby to see if it was a cat, and it's not. So Tabby's a girl? I thought Tabby was a boy because it's so ugly. That looks like a man. Okay, what other species do we have? Oh! Amelia? That was such an insane poll, and it's still not correct. That was an insane poll that I could even guess a snooty eagle. There's no snooty octopus. There's no snooty octopus because there's only 4. And the only girl is Marina. And she's Peppy or Sisterly, one of those. And I guessed deer already. I was going to say I would guess Shino. Oh yeah, Shino's a Peppy, and I always feel like she should be a snooty. What other species are there that I'm missing? I did squirrel. Is it a big species? I did horse. Oh, I'm missing like all of the hippos. I did the cows already. Hippos. Who's a hippo that is snooty? Is it Azalea? Oh my god. Oh, she's a rhino. Wait, what's a snooty hippo? Bertha? No, there's no way she's a snooty. Look at her. And it's not Bubbles. Who's the pink one? Not Bubbles. There's a pink one. If you know who my least favorite villager is, that's the species. I don't think I know your least favorite villager. What is the pink one's name? Betty? Oh, but oh, there's mice. I will say I'm good at knowing who the snooties are. The Wandering Trader. Nailed it. I only have ever had a single hippo in any of my villages. I know. There's a pink one. Biddy is her name. Biddy. Dude, I'm pulling crazy polls out of my ass, and none of these are right. These are insane polls. Who thinks of Amelia, Azalea, Biddy? Who thinks of these people? These are insane polls. I've literally guessed every single freaking type of species. What am I missing? Hi, Emmanuel. Welcome in. It's not rabbit. Is it an alligator? I've been avoiding alligator because I don't know another female alligator besides Gale. And Gale is a Peppy. Oh, or she's a normal. Okay, it's not alligator. So what am I missing here? Mice? Dog I did, pig I did, cats, squirrels, hamsters, kangaroos, horse. I'm trying to think of the big villagers. Bear. Not Megan. What's the green one's name? Green Bear. What's her name? Is she a snooty? It's not Megan. Well, let's look at Megan anyway and see if it's even a bear before I start. Okay, I'm not going to rack my brain over a bear. Bear cubs. Oh, I guessed Cherry already, though, didn't I? I guessed the wrong Cherry. Sherry. No, Cherry. Sherry. This one. She's a Peppy. And it's not even the right thing. Oh, my God. Guys, I've guessed everything I could think of. Bear cubs. I'm thinking of every villager I've ever had. Hippo, rhinoceros. I didn't guess a bull, but bulls are all men. Cows. It's a smallish one. Okay. This helps. Because I'm trying to think big. Because I'm thinking of something I wouldn't like. rabbit, deer, duck, koala, bird, frog, what other villagers are there? Oh my god. Oh, dogs. Dogs. The wolves. Oh my god. They tend to all wear something. They wear something? We did kangaroo already. They wear something? They tend to wear something. So they're a villager. They tend to wear something. I'm trying to think of someone that would have something to symbolize something on their head or something like that. Hi Hans, thank you for the lurk. The same thing, but it's not an item that you can buy. Which means it's a part of them. I'm trying so hard to think about it. Oh my god. I feel like I'm going to feel so stupid when I think about it. I'm going to be like, oh, you know? Oh god. Okay, I'm thinking. Not a hamster, not a frog. Small-ish. So not teeny tiny. So not a duck. Not small. It's pretty obvious one species-wise. I know, that's why I feel like I'm gonna feel so silly. Is it a penguin? Flo? I forgot about penguin. Flop. Oh, Flora. Oh my god. Okay, I'm thinking. Not a penguin. Oh my god, y'all, this is so hard. I love the Knuckle. It's so fun. Okay, even though it makes me crazy. It's not an octopus. I'm not even going to bother guessing octopus. They all wear something. That isn't an item in the shop. Not a wolf. Not a bunny. Cat, dog, squirrel, bird. I'm trying to think of every villager I've ever had and what their species was, because I feel like it's driving me. Feels somewhat cannibalistic. Monkey? Well, no, they don't wear anything. I feel like they must wear something that has to do with them that the developers probably thought was funny. Like when they name a pig or when they name a cow Patty. I'm not reading any of your chats anymore because I'm afraid someone's going to say it and it's going to get really close and it's going to trigger it in my head and I really want to do this. Okay, I'm thinking. What species am I missing here? It's not a gorilla. It's probably not a monkey. Not a bear. Not a cub. Oh my god. What else is there? Oh my god, this is making me crazy. They be naked. It's not like it's a turtle or something. That's not a species that we have. So it's not a turtle. Ostriches. Cat. Dog. Hippo. Rhino. Anteater. Horse. Gorilla. Monkey. Monkey is the one thing I haven't guessed. Let me just get it out of my system. Okay. Monkey. Dog. Wolf. You got it in one, Amy? Oh my god. Have we tried bunny? It was the first thing I tried. It's not a rabbit. I've tried rabbit, deer, duck, koala, bird, gorilla, cat, kangaroo, anteater, horse, cow, dog, squirrel, frog, hamster, ostrich, pig, eagle, rhinoceros, mouse, hippo, alligator, bear, cub, wolf, penguin, monkey. What am I missing? What am I missing? A chicken. A lot for Christmas. God, it's not a chicken. I forgot about chickens. I've never played the game. It's not a chicken. Okay, guys. It's time to lock in. I've tried ostrich. Let me just rule out octopus so it doesn't drive me crazy. Marina. Okay. For Christmas. Yes. It's not a cat. My god. It's not a wolf. I'm not a fan of this species. It was hard. Okay, so we're thinking of a species that's kind of obvious. It's a really basic animal that wears something. Dog. Like I'm like thinking as basic as I can. Cat. Mouse. Penguin. Chicken. Cow. Llamas aren't a thing. Alpacas aren't a thing. Lizard, not a thing. Turtles are not a thing. Basic animal. Frog. Fish is not a thing. Frog. Duck. Ugh. Duck. I keep thinking of the same freaking 5 animals over and over again now. Not a dolphin. I'm like looking around my room for hints. Not a cat. Not a fan of the species. People don't tend to like this species. I can't read your chats, guys. I don't trust that none of you are going to say it, you know? I'm sorry. I just don't trust it. And I want to read your chats, but I don't trust that none of you are going to say it. This is making me crazy. Goat? I didn't do a goat yet. Nan's a sisterly, isn't she? Oh, I just typed in G-O for goat. I guess I'll do chevre. Oh my god, it's not a goat. It's not a goat. Oh my god. What else is there? What else is there? Okay. Not a goat. Let me think of like barn animals really quick. Goat. Donkey. There's no donkey. Dog. Cat. Take a shot every time I say dog and cat. Cow. Horse. They all wear something. That's what's throwing me. I'm going crazy over this. They all wear something. What do they all wear? Goat. What would I see at a petting zoo? I go in and I pet a goat and I feed a goat. I go in and I see a horse and I pet a horse. I go in and I see a pig and I pet a pig. Pig. Okay. I go in, I pet a cow. I go in and I pet something else. What else do I pet at a petting zoo? A sheep. I pet a sheep. Oh, what female sheeps are there? They don't wear anything though. That would be cannibalistic. Or wear something. And people like the sheeps. Like Willow, she's a queen. You guys don't like sheep? Willow's a queen. The scarf? They all wear scarves? Wait, I literally didn't know they all wore scarves. Wait, oh my god, what's the other snooty? Wait, Willow is a queen. She's one of my faves. Dom is a girl. Is a boy. Kurlos is also a boy. Who's the one that Ayami always really liked? She's pink, but I'm pretty sure she's a normal. Willow is a snooty. Kurlos is my least fave. I know. Oh, Frida? Frida's like my least fave. She's so ugly. She looks like a hamburger. A snooty sheep? Dom is ironically a jock. Kurlos and Frida invaded my island. I know I hate them both. I can't believe it's not Willow. This game looks really fun for those who have Animal Crossing knowledge. Yes, there's a Stardew Valley one too. Guys, I don't know if I know this one. It's not Pietro. Can you imagine? Oh, Pietro's your least favorite, Wixie, right? Or am I wrong? No. Oh. Oopsies. Oopsie. Oh. Void goat. Void sheep. What is her name? Velma. Nope. Damn it. The one with the scary face. She's a void sheep. Vivian? No. What is her name? Who's Vivian? Oh, Vivian's a dog. Oh my god. What is her name? She's a black sheep with white eyes. And she just has a smiley face. Valerie. What is her name? Vesta. Why couldn't it just be Willow, dude? Willow's my queen. Okay, Aries fashion. Elegant and gorgeous. So she must be ugly. Sheep. Shell. Sell. What is her name? Sally. No. Oh, I just saw no. I think who I'm thinking of is normal. Cashmere? Is Cashmere snooty? She's so ugly. You know what? 2 back-to-back impossible ones. How many was that? 12. 12 guesses. I found the Noogle in... No, that was more than 12 guesses. That was the average that I was looking at. 28. 9, 10. 34 guesses. That's crazy. Wow. That's insane. I have to look at something in the Discord that Sid told me to look at. Oh my god. That was so painstakingly horrible. So horrible. What am I looking at? Oh my gosh. We're on their Heart Live champions. We're basically in their Hall of Fame. That's so cool. Look at us. Aww. That's adorable. I love that. I want to do the star doodle. I love that. We're on there. Look at us go. We look so cute in that picture, Squid. We look so cute in that picture. Look, I show you guys. Oh, I'm blocking right where our faces are. So this is American Heart Association. It has a page that's called Heart Live Champions. Special thanks to our Heart Live champions, those who have rallied their communities to reach extraordinary goals and continue to strive for even more. Thank you for going live to save lives. And we're down here, Cozy Gamers for Heart. And when you click on it, it has a blurb about us. It's really cool. It says, in 2024, Sydney Streams and Little Bobby Mac launched Cozy Gamers for Heart, benefiting the American Heart Association. What began as a shared idea between 2 friends quickly became a movement, bringing together over 30 cozy gamers in support of the American Heart Association. In the first 2 years of the event, Cozy Gamers for Heart has raised an incredible $58,447.34. The event brings together streamers who play cozy, feel-good games like The Sims, Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, and more. But it's not just about the games, it's about the people. Sydney and Mac have created an environment where kindness and comfort and community thrive. At the heart of the event is thoughtfully organized raid train, allowing streamers to pass their audiences from one stream to the next, creating a continuous connected experience across the week-long event. Through their passion, organization, and genuine love for their communities, Sydney and Mac have built more than just a fundraiser. They've created a tradition. We're incredibly thankful for the heart they bring to our mission. That's really sweet. That's really cute and very nice. That's really lovely. I love that. Oh, it's so adorable. That's so cool. Wow. I love that. This is so cool, all these people raising all this money. Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna do the star doodle now, guys. We're gonna do the star doodle together. It's time to start do it with the Star Doodle. We're doing another, and then after this, I'm going to wrap up stream, just so you know. We're going to Star Doodle it. So the Star Doodle is where you have to guess, basically, like the crops of the day. So let's guess powder melon. Thank you for the follow, strawbirdies. Okay, so 7 days to grow. It doesn't regrow. It's a fruit. It's not in winter. Okay, it's a fruit and it doesn't regrow. Is that a veggie? Twice shy. Starfruit. Okay, it's a summer fruit. It doesn't regrow. Well, it's been a year. It doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas. Banana. That's on a tree. Are they counting tomato as a fruit? I know, this one's a set amount. Urgh. Tomato regrows. Oh, does it? Okay, it's summer. Summer. Ancient fruit. Apple. All of these regrow. Bananas regrow. Beet. Blackberry. Damn. Not a melon. Mango? Are mangoes on trees? Mangoes regrow, don't they? Mangoes tree. Damn. I think blueberries regrow. Ooh. Cranberries are fall, I think. And they regrow anyway. Strawberries regrow. Key fruit, those take a long time to grow. Tomato, tulip, Summer, a summer fruit that doesn't regrow. Oh my god, that's very difficult. Okay. I didn't get it because I suck. These are hard. A grape? I don't think I'm going to get it either. No, we got this, guys. Cactus fruit. Okay, quick. Things that don't regrow. Ancient fruit doesn't regrow. Okay. No, it does regrow. Just kidding. Apple regrows. Apricot regrows. Artichoke is not a fruit. Banana regrows. Beets? Surely that's not a fruit. Blackberry, I don't think is a summer fruit. I don't know though. Mushroom's not a fruit. Cauliflower is not a fruit. Carrot is not a fruit. Not a fruit. Not a fruit. Fruit, but it regrows. Fruit that regrows. Blackberries fall. That's what I thought. Beets, Battlestar. Beets, Bears, right? Battlestar Galactica. Bears, Beets, Battlestar Galactica. Coffee bean. Did you turn on hints? Toggle hints? I'm afraid to toggle hints. Well, it's the last one. It just gave me the answer. You narrowed it down that much? Oh. Fuck. Okay, I'm never doing that again. It's a 7 days thing. Damn it. Spiceberry, I would have guessed was fall, to be honest with you. Damn. Okay. Stardoodle's done. All right, y'all. This has been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun, but I'm going to end the stream for today. I want to make dinner because I'm hungies. I am going to be live again tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a shorter stream, but we're going to do a little, like, I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll probably play Minecraft, but yeah. So I see you guys tomorrow. We're going to raid out, so don't go anywhere yet. But we will be live again tomorrow, especially because next week I'm only going to be live Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm off for a week for holidays. Liv Quinn, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. If you guys are not in the Discord, hop in. The Discord, I typed that weird. Boom. Sorry, my credit rolls are all messed up. I have to fix it. So. Yeah. Yes, I also have a new YouTube video coming out tomorrow, but it's the same YouTube video as last time, but we're re-uploading it because of a whole thing. So that's what's going to happen. Raid 1 with the hearts is for followers. Raid 2 with the geese is for subscribers. Please copy and paste the correct one or it's going to show up super funky when you type it in somebody's chat. All right, hold on, I'm copying my own. Let's see, who is live? Lydia, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Let's go raid RCJ. Oh, it's a chair stream. We're just staring at his chair, but we're going to go raid him anyway. He's building, which is ironic, Stardew Valley in Minecraft on the Girly Pop SMP. So we're going to go raid RCJ UK, who's a member of the Girly Pop SMP. We love RCJ, even though him and I fake hate each other. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. If you guys are not in the Discord, again, make sure you pop on in. Oops, I clicked the wrong button. Here's a link to the Discord, a link to all my socials. Make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube as well. I will be pinging the Discord when the new video is live. It's not going to be a premiere. We're just going to try and raw upload it and see how it goes. And I will see you guys again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time, okay? I love you all. We're going to send lots of love over to RCJ. Thank you so much for hanging with me today, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. All right. I'm also going. Oh, I'm going to copy that one, Sid. I'm also not going to have like an ending screen because it's gone right now. So I'm just going to send you over there right now raw. Okay. Bye, guys. I love you. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.